Good morning. Morning chat. Are we all up bright and early? It's a sunny day. It's nice to wake up for Korea. And it's daylight. Oh, wake up for Asia, sorry. And it's daylight. Too early. Morning Tolma, morning Fovai, morning Doishi, morning Raw. Whoa. Are we ready for hold on, let me send this message and we can lock in for what will be a day of Overwatch. Wish it was still nighttime. Up bright and early. Up and at 'em, you know. Morning Racer. Morning Sanyu. Morning or evening, I guess, Quaz, for our American viewers. So this is not a LAN. No, this is just online. Let me get up. What we go in here, here, here. Let's see. Message. Let's get a suit. I think that might be a clean feed today. I'll double check with old Craigie Craig. Let's find it. If not, we can keep it. We can keep it Korean. Or any game that won't be 3-0 today. No. If you want the truth, no. I'm expecting this. Well, actually, no. Actually, sorry, I reconsidered for a second, but the answer is actually an overwhelming no. Casting with Hunter? Nope. Hunter is busy preparing to qualify themselves for China. Morning, Trini. Morning, Pineapple. Yeah. Yeah, all right. Not too shabby. Morning, Gigalore. Morning, Lemon. No, this is not a LAN. This is an online group stage. So let me press that button. Oh, some background noise. Bum, bum, bum. What's a good GIF for this? Does anyone have a good GIF in mind? Something to do with frogs? Yeah, none of the games are capturing my imagination. A Chrysler GIF? I feel like that one won't go, no. Let's type it, what Asia will like go receive inspiration. That's just all the heroes are from Asia. A Kalios GIF? Can you guys can see the gifts as well? None of these are. None of these are quite, I think, on the. If I do Boston. That's not helped. Thank you, Heesang. Oh. There we go. Finally. Morning tour. Let me link this to Craig. Right. That's on. YouTube is live. Are we live on YouTube? We are live YouTube. Who will play today? I can show you the breakdown today. So, let's lock in. What we have is we're having an online group stage. And these are the 8 teams in our group stage. Is my pen working? Oh, my pen is working. Beautiful. These are the 8 teams. We get 2 groups. 2 teams progress from each group. 2 teams progress from each group. There are 2 Korean teams in each group, 1 Japanese team in each group, and 1 Pacific team in each group. They will play essentially a round robin amongst their own group to see who emerges at the top. Quieten down about your monitor, please. We're trying to talk about the bracket. And what we're going to have is we're going to have 4 days of action start today, which is Thursday, 1 on Friday, 1 on Saturday, 1 on Sunday. And we'll play 3 games each day. And then those top 4 teams will filter into the upper bracket and they'll play a double elim from there. And then this double elim, this part of it here, this part is at a LAN in Korea. So, nice and simple from this point on. We finally reached what is the end of quite a long Korean qualification system, or a long Asia qualification system. It was quite long for the Japanese teams and a bit shorter for the Pacific teams, but we've now reached crunch time. I can close that. Get our countdown. All right, so, I mean, expectations, right? Expectations, I think, are obvious. I don't think if you've been watching Overwatch for any period of time, you're probably aware that, the Korean teams are pretty favoured. Pretty favoured in all of this. Let me zoom out a little bit so you can see all 4 days. But the Korean teams are pretty favoured in all of this. When's the LAN? Next weekend. So we don't have to wait long for the LAN. We're going to get the group stage this weekend. We're going to get NA and EMEA are going to do their final week of playoffs on Saturday and Sunday. And then we're going to get the Asia playoffs next week. Surely one of them troll a map. Alright, should we do some predictions? Alright, let's see. Let's see how many believers we have in Crazy Raccoon, a reasonable team to believe in, versus Vortex Wolf. Predictions? We've got some noodles to eat as well. Whoa. Back to tradition. Back to tradition. With the start of these streams. So I imagine people are very familiar with the Korean teams. Maybe Wei, the surprise team in all of this, compared to T1. But you're probably aware of a few more of their players. Over on the Japanese teams, we have Varel, who people might be quite familiar with. They were a very similar roster to the Team Japan team that represented at the 2023 World Cup. 2023 World Cup. Vortex Wolf finished 2nd, coming out of Japan. Have players like Kalios and Edison, who people will be maybe more familiar with. And then the Pacific teams, we might see a few more familiar faces. Obviously, people will recognize maybe Nu, Romani, Frogger, Color Hex. Maybe more from streams than anything else. Niang as well, a player who's been around the Pacific region for a while. And then on 99 Divine, we have a lot of the familiar faces that were on Bleed last year. Aniyun and Zessen being added into that as well. So, few new faces. But probably, I don't know if it's like really shifted their power level massively up or down. Oh my god. Yeah, our Pickham's tomato smoothie. I nearly forgot. Quick, do my Pickham's. Pickham's form. Asia, quick. My name's Commander X. And I am predicting a 3-0 for Crazy Raccoon. I am predicting a 3-0 for Falcons. And I'm predicting a 3-0 for Zeta. But I've got to do all of them. Let's just go Korea. Some kind of tongue twister. Zeta versus Falcons. 3-1. Mickey versus Varel. I think Varel actually win this one. Mickey versus Falcons. All Korea all the way. Crazy Raccoon versus Way. Crazy Raccoon. Vortex Wolf versus 19 Divine. This one's maybe a dogfight. 3-2. Alright. All seems reasonable. All seems reasonable, I think.
그리고 이제 재팬에서 2팀, 퍼시픽에서 2팀에서 총 8팀이 아시아에서 만나서 이 중에서 단 2팀만이 항저우로 갑니다.
Yeah. Cool. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. We speed ran that. We speed ran that, but that was nice and easy. Obviously, what some of you might have realized is that means I am predicting a day of free Overwatch here in our opening day. But par for the course, right? We've been to lands in Asia before. We've seen Pacific teams and Japanese teams play the Koreans before. I'm not surprised. I mean, I'd like to be surprised, but I'm not anticipating to be surprised. Which I guess that's how you end up being surprised, is if you don't anticipate being surprised.
그래도 응원하시는 해외 팀들이 돌풍을 일으키면서 올라올 수 있잖아요. 그러니까 오프라인으로 진행될 이 플레이오프 많은 관심을 부탁드리겠고요. 또 이제 진출팀 안내 각 지역별로 드리도록 하겠습니다. 먼저 코리아 지역 같은 경우에는 많은 분들이 보셨듯 제타 디비전과 웨이, 팀 팔콘과 크레이지 라쿤이 네 팀이
You guys are putting honestly, I'd really enjoy being proven wrong. But all this stuff about last year, Bleed went close, Bleed took Zeta to map 5, blah blah blah. My anticipation is a flash in the pan, right?
그리고 이제 재팬 지역의 좀 상황도 다시 한번 언급을 드려야 될 것 같은데 사실 그룹
Which Korean team most likely to drop a map? You'd have to say it would be Way, who aren't playing today.
돌풍 같은 경기력을 보여줬었는데
But I'm not anticipating any kind of upset. Not even a map.
또 이제 승리를 각각 가져왔습니다.
네. 그러다 보니까 이제 보시다시피 라줄리아 굉장히 혈전을 치른
Clear stocks are still high because of that single weekend. I mean, exactly, Johnny. The guy's not played since. Dark mode on suit. I mean, if you can tell me what button it is, I'll press it for you. Thank you, Jank, for Jesus. Thank you for the 6 months prime. Welcome back. Three dots. Yeah. The moon. Oh, you can tell me. Oh, that is nicer. Thank you, Lemon. Not your first rodeo, it seems. Yeah, that's actually way better. A man brave enough to see the that there's a I was gonna say a brighter future, but a man brave enough not just to accept things as they are, but seek for something better. I mean, his first bit is going to be mainly just me eating noodles stream. Had my HelloFresh Caribbean jerk chicken last night. It wasn't jerk. Caribbean chicken. It was super easy, actually. Super easy. Pretty tasty. The coleslaw was really good, actually. Always a sucker for a good coleslaw. In dark mode for my walls and my son. No, you have to take that one up with God himself. But he is made for sun this bright for all of us. Where does MFC play Falcons? Where am I looking? That's on day 4. That's over here. Like, our highlight games are obviously going to be the Korean derbies, which will be this Falcons v Zeta on here, Way versus Crazy Raccoon here. And to be fair, I think also stuff like Vortex Wolf versus 99 Divine and Barrel versus MFC, these are going to be ones as well.
한국 시드권을 받고 온 팀들 중에 한 팀 정도는 꼭 꺾어야 2위권까지 바라볼 수 있는 거거든요.
그렇죠. 그러니까 비한국인 팀들이 서로를 잡아먹고 한국 팀.
Why am I eating it with a fork? What else would I eat it with?
장주희설이 짚어주신 것처럼 야 이거 한국 팀들이
Put it in and give it a little twirl?
일단 저희가 이 아시아 지역의 오버워치 스포츠를 계속해서
Do you mean compared to like chopsticks or something?
전반적인 수준
Hands?
특히 이제 최근에 아시아 경기에서는 그래도 타 지역 팀이 세트를 가져오는 뭐 약간 분전하는 모습까지도 이제 목표로 삼고 그런 모습도 보여줬는데 과연 경기를 가져오는 팀이 이번 아시아에 생길지. 그래서 저희가 이제 아무래도
So you think any of the Japan or Pacific teams can be competitive in the Koreans? No. Honestly, no. Again, if I'm going to sit here, I'm going to spend my morning getting shocked and surprised by the level of MFC, Varel, and Vortex Wolf. I'll be very happy with that, you know? But I just can't see a world where it's possible, you know? Time and time again, the Korean teams prove they are very much in a tier of their own in terms of their ability. So, you know, I feel like we have to stray deep into the copium, I think, to give ourselves any form of hope. Respect for Color Hex. I mean, I'd love Color Hex to do well, but it's hard to see, isn't it? Hard to see. No, we can't get a quick play going at the same time. We'll watch the games. We'll have fun. I'm just my approach today, casual, take them for what they are, enjoy what we see. Maybe we'll see some fun stuff, right? Maybe Crazy Raccoon will do their patented take for piss with some comps. And then we'll go from there, right?
아시아를 꾸준히 챙겨보시는 분들 입장에서는 저 선수가 저 팀에 모였네 이렇게 보실 수 있는 요소도 있습니다.
정말 보시다 보면은
Made my second meal with HelloFresh today. It was prosciutto sandy with sweet fig jam, was and balsamic vinegar salad. In it and on the side. Ooh, that sounds nice actually. Yeah, I mean honestly, I'm 2 meals deep now into the HelloFresh, and they've both been super easy. Really limited work, you know. Proper anyone can do it type stuff. Just cut open the packet, pour it in at the time it says, put it in the oven, put it in the pan, whatever it might be, and then just wait for the good food. Really, really simplified compared to any recipe I've ever, like, just, you know, Google a recipe, follow online for my dinner. Ooh. Where's the Google form? I can link it to you. Let's see. It's on the Discord, but it's also going to be in here right now. Yeah, for Panda asking YouTube chat, it's online for the group stage, then at LAN for playoffs. So only the top 2 teams from each group will get to go play on LAN. Obviously, like a little bit of a gamble maybe from WDG. Now the top 4 teams are going to be all Korean, and therefore they'll save a little bit on their transportation budget. Paid chatter? Not a paid chatter. In fact, yeah, Engs has paid for a privilege. You know, normally Unta's chat is where all the top panhandlers in the region go. You know? But we've got some good panhandlers here. Engs is really making a pitch for the top panhandler in chat right now, and I think he's starting to stretch out a lead. Pacific teams have coaches. Yeah, I think all these teams will have coaches in some form. Obviously, we know our Korean coaches. Ooh, Undyne, name I recognize. Maybe Miku Fan Club don't have anyone listed. But everyone else seems to have a coach. Dreamer, Boomed, Undyne, Pain, and Yahoo. MFC just going to vibe their way through. Vibe their way. I mean, honestly, is it not a rite of passage? Because back... to be an old man for a second. To be, to be an old man for a second. I feel like it is par for the course, you know? Is it not a bit of a rite of passage for the Australian and New Zealand players to go to an Asia LAN and get absolutely clapped and not win a map? Is it not? Is it not part of the history of Overwatch that every year we pick the pluckiest of Australian players, we match them up against some of the best players in the world, and we watch them get smashed. I feel like it's a good tradition, and I'm glad we keep doing it.
폼은 날카로웠는데 어떻게 될지 궁금하다. 상대가 뉴비인데라는 의견들이 계속해서 올라왔거든요.
여기 에디스 선수가 전 팀원들을 이번 아시아에서 만나려면 조 2에서 올라가야 돼요. 팔콘이랑 다른 조를.
Do they do win a map against Japanese teams? True. True. If anything, the Japanese teams are new to the tradition. Normally, the Pacific teams would be all out on their own, getting beaten up by these Korean teams. Now they have some friends to go get beaten up with them.
확실히 크레이지 라쿤의 거시는 기대가 크긴 합니다만 볼텍스 울프의 승리 16%.
It's why we need an average man at the Olympics, exactly. Just to see. Just to see. Have you changed something about the ads? No? When does it start? Any minute now, I'd say. We're only like maybe like 5-10 minutes.
한 95막 이 정도 나올 줄 알았거든요, 라쿤이.
저도 이제 앞자리가 8이네
싶었거든요. Somebody asked, our team's going to be on ping then? Yeah, so especially, I presume they're going to play on the Japanese servers. That would be my guess. I don't know if Ziz is here and Ziz can maybe confirm, or someone on the inside knows. But my guess is, if I go back to all the main rosters, it won't be that bad for the Japanese players. It won't be that bad for the Korean players. A lot of the Pacific players, especially the Australian, New Zealand players, they will be on the highest ping. All in on Vortex Wolf. Imagine the payout. Imagine the payout. Any I'm excited to see play? I mean, I'm interested, right? I've not watched any of Japan or Pacific this year, so I'm excited to see. Obviously, I think Soggy and Rek on 99 Divine were probably some of the most impressive players we saw from the region last year, so I'm interested to see them. Always a pleasure to see Color Hex play. Whatever he's been asked to do for the team. A man of many hats. Zebra says, Falcons playing slingshot meta across the whole year. Come back and win the last tourney of the year, which is all anyone remembers anyway. Recency bias. Hashtag recency bias, hashtag Chris Fury. Yeah, I mean, you're right, Zebra. You got to plan for the whole year. You got to pace yourself. All of these teams winning too early, they haven't paced themselves. Alright, Vortex Wolf have banned Ball and Crazy Raccoon. We wondered if they would do a little bit of piss taking, but
자, 뭐 일단 최선의 선택을 좀 하긴 했는데
they will.
이제 볼을 막아도 윈스가 가능한
An immediate follow-up mercy ban here. Thank you, Polix, for the tier 1. Thank you very much. Welcome.
그렇습니다. 자, 양 팀의 경기 준비 모두
Alright, should we get into it then?
첫 번째 맵 3화 지금 바로 확인해 보시죠.
Okay, Edison and Kalios.
크레이지 라쿤과 볼텍스 울프의 첫 번째
Can't find the link, but lobbies have minimum ping based on whether they are Korea versus Pacific, Korea versus Japan, or Japan versus Pacific. Okay, so there is a bit of mitigation here.
경기가 진행되기 때문에
Rainy day incoming. Maybe Polix, you're one short, mate.
시청하신 여러분 좀 참고를 부탁드리겠습니다.
자, 볼텍스 울프 같은 경우에는 일단 오리사로 좀
I guess there's a level of interest as well for what the Koreans are playing. The problem is we might just see them sort of play whatever they want type comp. Yeah, Mercy was played. It had its. I'd say it had its heyday. Whoa! Thank you, Polix. Appreciate the gift. That is a rainy day tracer just for you. Rainy day locked in. Someone else who was locked in. Vortex Wolf. Oh, Kalios. Oh, it's a wash. It's an absolute wash. They walk up. Didn't feel like Vortex Wolf were really that tight on Kalios' position, so when they took that frontline fight, it seemed all too easy for Crazy Raccoon just to walk up and shoot him in the face. No response. Seems Vortex Wolf might not have brought guns to this fight. Alright, Javelin round the corner. Jumping is on the opposite side of Heesan here. Gonna dash forward. Jumping was naded during all of that. Deflect to help with the frontline trade. Edison's a little bit deep. Will slide backwards. Lots of damage onto Jumpin. Actually, a chance for Vortex Wolf to walk here. Trying to use that nade from Sakune just to win that frontline battle, bully him out. And Heesan is refusing to leave this area. Will it cost him? He dashes back to team one more time. Shu actually TP's into this, so Shu's gonna need some help. Suzu has been forced right now. But they are still pushed out to spawn, keep beaming them down. Kalios gets Vortex Wolf's first kill of the round. And a trade on to jump in actually should give him a little bit of space on this next one. They'll lose their backline late to Chiron's torpedoes, but they're back.
자, 이렇게 되면 지금 결국
Jumping will be rolling out, and it feels like Crazy Raccoon aren't that keen to leave the spawn door immediately. We'll make sure they get a little rail before they come out and regroup with Jumping on point. Nano is now available to Sakumi. Could go the direction of, I want to say, Remy. Is that how that's pronounced? Remy? Get an X-Men flashbacks here. Let's go, Remy. Honestly, the Gambit reminder has made me root for Remy. Nano wants a Kalios to counter this out this Kitsune rush. Kiru nearly has one of their own. It's actually a 1-for-1 trade right now. Still walking forward, but Kalios is low, and that was his main source of healing, or one of his main sources of healing cut off. And Jumping will roll him over. And we're in last fight territory, but Kiru actually a second kill. Okay, 2 kills. Chance to come back into this one. The problem is they did use more ults than Crazy Raccoon to lose that fight. Thank you, Quackaroni, as well. Thank you for the 9 months. Welcome back. Kiru has the Kitsune Rush to force point, but Crazy Raccoon, they have an overwhelming bank of ultimates to respond with here. Ray coming through initially. Sakumi's going to die immediately. The Blade with the Ray over the top. They're going to try and stand in the Ray, but it's simply too much damage. And we'll see a Crazy Raccoon round 1. That's right, Quackaroni. Keep me on my toes, you know. Keep me on my toes. Not even fun. I mean, I know a lot of people have been saying, is it too loud? Like a volume balance? I can turn it down a chunk. There's so much louder than game sounds. Yeah, there's no clean feed today, unfortunately, but there will be one tomorrow, so we can. I'm new to watching. Why does this seem so one-sided? So the stage we're at now in the Asia qualification for the first major is we've just combined all 3 of the major regions in Asia, which is Japan, Pacific, and Korea. And the problem with this, for the Japanese and Pacific teams mostly, Vortex will be one of those Japanese teams, is the Korean teams are way better. Way better than all the other regions. So we are seeing a little bit of a stomp in the group stage right now. And this might be a little bit of a theme of the weekend, with it's the Korean teams playing against the non-Korean teams. And that theme continues. Big playoffs games coming soon. Was wondering if I could bend your ear for a second and ask what's the best first ban and map pick for Liquid? I mean, I was looking at it a little bit yesterday. I guess some of it depends on whether you think you have Malga advantage, right? Because your Malga looked pretty good, and Liquid didn't really play it all that much last week. So if it's something like that, maybe it's not crazy just to go Lijiang Tower. Like a classic Malga map. I was going to say ban Ana. I don't know if they run the Ana Juno version. There's like a lot of questions that maybe I don't know the answer to, that maybe you have a better insight on. But if they run, I would worry they have like an Ana advantage over you. Like they can run Ana Juno and you can't. So maybe even a banana into Lijiang doesn't sound like the craziest thing I've ever heard. Do you know why the official English broadcast scores are just money? Yeah, pretty simple. Pretty simply, yes. Pretty simply, yes. Limited budget, so they are only doing English broadcasts for the Korea playoffs, and they'll do one for the 8. Once we get to the playoffs next week, there'll be an official English broadcast again. Until then, you're stuck with me, for better or for worse. It seems while we've been solving the SSG opening map draft problem, Vortex Wolf have not managed to solve any of their own problems and still find themselves a little bit short of winning a fight so far in this series. Edison is coming back. And we need Eddie to be steadier than he's ever been before. Nano Overclock coming through. Coming round. They've lost their Ana in the back. But come on, Eddie. Come on, Eddie. Find a target. Eddie. Oh, it's a 0 kill. Nano Overclock. He just wasn't steady enough.
못 나가죠 이제.
그렇죠.
네, 밟을 사람이 겐지밖에 없는데 겐지 이거 안 돼요.
Now
네,
into a
그래도
spawn to make it difficult for Vortex Wolves to touch. I mean,
여기서
they were having
가자.
difficulties
가자
touching as it is. Edison's going to dart
거의
past,
연계수 아닌가요,
trying to go
이거는?
for it.
그렇죠.
Can he get the touch?
자, 추가
Kalios
시간.
is
going
going to get one final touch. Annihilation on point is going to make his life very hard. Shua successfully managed to die in spawn. They've actually traded 2 kills in spawn, but they can't get the touch.
닿지 않으면서 이렇게 첫 번째 세트 사무와 크레이지 라쿤이 가져갑니다.
이게 또 아시아를
Is it too loud audio balance wise? I can turn them down a little bit more.
네. 아시아 처음 보는데 이렇게 라쿤이 잘하는.
I pressed the wrong button and now they are super loud.
다 상대적인 겁니다, 여러분.
Let me know how that is, if that's a little bit better.
절대적으로 나는 게 아니어도 약간 상대적으로 조금만 나도 일방적인 경기가 또 나오고.
This crazy raccoon team looks pretty good. You can see him getting far. You might be onto something, Jet. Might be onto something. Has anyone on Crazy Raccoon died yet? Yeah, mainly Shu. Shu was quite happy to trade himself in spawn. Is this the old Edison? Yeah, this is the Edison season 5 champion on Sojin. It's a long time ago now, though. From Dallas, that's the same one. Yep.
정해야 될 것 같아요. 본인들도 뛰어 들어갈지, 아니면 좀 확실하게 버틸지. 근데 사실 지금까지 볼텍스 울프의 뒷라인.
You mean to tell me this team imported 2 Koreans and couldn't get first in Japan? Yeah, it was a pretty close. I think it was 4-2 in the finals to Varel. But Varel, for those who are not familiar, Varel have been one of the most dominant teams in Japan for quite a while. Made up of the Japanese team that I think impressed a lot of people at the 2023 World Cup. Obviously, I was on Team UK for the 2023 World Cup, and we had to share a practice room with Team Japan. Basically, all week long. And so we scrimmed them all the time. Scrimmed Team Japan all the time. KSG would ruin our days on Doomfist. We'll see Varel play a little bit later today. But a lot of time for the Japanese guys. Obviously, there was a bit of a language barrier between us English guys and the Japanese guys. But, you know, they seem sound. Eddie looks kind of washed. I mean, I didn't see any of these games. I think what will be really interesting is how the Japanese and Pacific teams, like, match up to each other. Because I feel like last time, maybe someone can correct me if my memory is faulty here, but I feel like Pacific was fairly dominant over Japan last year. So I feel like the interesting question we'll get from this group stage is, has the gap closed between Japan and Pacific? I think we'll turn on noise suppression. I mean, the problem is just my desktop audio. I can see if I can. Let's see. I've got a limiter. I've got a gain. Oh, the gain is not actually doing anything. The gain's just on 0. I can try noise suppression. Oh. Let's see if that does anything. Is that... Can you guys hear anything now? Is it suppressing all of the audio? This is too much suppression. OBS, this is too much suppression. Can we have a little bit less suppression going on? Alright, here we go. Suppression level. Alright. Can you hear now? Can't hear the game anyways. Alright. Well, I'll leave the tab open and we can have a little play around. If not, we can always just turn it off and I can just turn them down a little bit. It distorts the audio. How does the music sound? Crisp and clear? If I turn it up, what's the quality like? Good? Bad? Sounds weird. Not the clearest. Distorted. That's probably not a good omen. what we can go with, let me delete that,
플레이오프의 강력함을 좀 확인할 수 있었던
and we can just keep
상황이었습니다.
it,
뭐 100대 0으로 좀
keep it-
깔끔하게 승리를 가져왔습니다.
we'll just keep it quiet.
보니까 이제 다음
It's getting murdered by noise suppression.
좀 고민될 것 같긴 하거든요.
Yeah, I think,
좀 좋은 기억이 있었는데
I don't know.
뭐
The I mean, to be fair, the built-in
맵에서
what would you call them?
한데
네.
그건 어디까지
Audio settings and filters into OBS.
경기였고,
They do a job, but they're not like they're far from premium
스트레이트가
technology.
이것저것 다 하다 보니까요.
자,
All right,
텍-
New Junk City. So obviously a
오,
chance now.
오.
Chance
풀프로
now.
가서 거점을
Pick the map,
먼저
pick the
먹은
ban.
승부를 좀 굴려보고
I don't know.
이게
I don't know
물론
what the
다른 화물이나 이런 뭐 쟁탈류에서
what do you call it? I don't know what the
똑같은 건 아니지만 유독 플래시 포인트 그게 또 심하다 보니까
what the appropriate comp would be where they think they have advantage.
좀 보이기도 하고요.
The sad truth might be
어,
none of them.
선타를 잡는 것부터 좀 시작이 됐을 때,
Can NVIDIA broadcast save that?
아,
Probably not. I feel like it's gonna have
괜찮습니다.
because I think a lot of these like noise suppression or like echo cancellation, all these things that have these built-in tools are really mainly designed to separate voice from other stuff. I think in terms of dealing with like game sound and such, it's going to be a little bit trickier. If anything, what it will do to the casters is probably try and isolate the casters' voices and suppress the game sounds when we actually want it to do the opposite. Follow-up ban? Crazy Raccoon? Contemplating. Contemplating? And they've settled on Roadhog. And if anyone was worried Crazy Raccoon would start taking this seriously at any point, rest your worries right now. What am I looking at? What's this tweet? Oh,
초롱 선수의 마음의 안식처라서
this is bad news about New.
다음 뱀픽이 좀 궁금하긴 합니다.
맞습니다. 아, 그리고 확실히
Does this mean he's not playing today as well then, as a result?
채팅창에 계속해서 이 대회는 좀 어느 정도 급의 대회냐라는 질문이 지속적으로 올라오고 있고 한국은 어느 정도 강하냐라는 좀 질문이 올라오고 있는데 이거
Just a feeling? Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah, I can see that. It's a reasonable assumption.
대한민국이 항상 우승한 건 아니었지만
네.
현 시점에 각 지역의 상위 팀에는 한국인 선수들이 항상 들어가 있고요. 작년에 있었던 대부분의 국제전의
That's terrible, though.
네, 다 한국 팀 내전이었습니다.
그렇습니다.
네,
Oh,
지금 나오고 있는 이 크레이지 라쿤이
That's,
그두팀 중에 한 팀이었고요.
yeah, okay, well,
상을 대신 가졌던 게 이 코리아 지역이라고 생각을 해주면 될 것 같고 자 양팀의 경기 준비 모두 완료됐네요. 두 번째 세트 뉴정크 시티로 떠나보겠습니다.
yeah, disappointing.
확실히 선창이 없으니까
Disappointing for the rest of the team, obviously as well for everyone affected directly, but also disappointing for the team, as in all of his teammates are now going to be stuck in this situation because of his actions as well.
루시우 혹은 이제 뭐 바꿔도 키리코 정도기
So,
때문에
alright, that's a sad start. That's a sad start.
그러다 보니까 이제 좀 준호를 배나면서
Yeah, we won't go through the full thing on stream because I'm not like
네.
not looking to get into all that, but
그렇죠.
we can focus on the Overwatch. It feels like all the details are there for people who want them.
팀의 게시메 톨은 이제 뭐 어색한 픽이 아니니까요.
Yeah.
아 이거 조합상으로 파라가
Alright.
볼텍스 울프가 나쁘진 않은데요.
네.
문제는 이게 시메토르로
Yeah, happy for people to post the link if people want the details, but not going to go into the details myself on stream. Not looking to be that kind of streamer. We'll see what happens when we get to their team. For now, though, Crazy Raccoon are in cruise control, it seems. Roadhog or no Roadhog?
바뀌었어요 지금. 원래 리비시메라고 희상이 토르인데
그렇죠.
두 선수가 약간 바뀌어
No problem. Alright. Remy's gonna get one. So I believe if I'm not mistaken, we're still waiting for Vortex Wolf to cling onto a team fight here. Gonna be taking the Orisa Mirror here, obviously something Jump has played before in the past. But DPS from Vortex Wolf, honestly, makes reasonable enough sense, I think, into the Crazy Raccoon comp. Should be hard for the Torben with Sim in a lot of these situations. In control of the choke, Sim turrets up. We're going to try and do a Lucio Farah flank to try and bust open the side of the map here, Vortex Wolf, give themselves a little bit more space. Oh, Edison's going to get caught. Unfortunately,
예, 파라가 떠서 포탑이라도
The danger of being so steady is sometimes you're an easy target. Kalios does a good job body blocking this beat push, actually. And Kalios has completely contained this beat push. Fair play to him. There's still a player down in this one, Vortex Wolf. If the counter nano comes out, they lose Sukume. They lose actually all of their backline here. Kalios needs a little bit more with this nano. They did such a good job countering out the beat, but he wasn't able to find any kills with the nano afterwards. And Crazy Raccoon will win the fight regardless. Actually, insane. Actually insane. Insane beat peel. You're beginning to think Vortex Wolf might not win? Juby, hold strong. Stay unwavering in your faith. Going over to point D now. Junkyard? I want to say Junkyard, Scrapyard. Junkyard, Scrapyard is one of the two. The Will's Workshop? I think it's called... Oh yeah, I remember now. It's all coming back to it. It's the Will's Workshop. If you've not been to the Will's Workshop before, you probably have. You just didn't know it was called the Will's Workshop. Lots of ops coming back for Vortex Wolf, but once again, Steady Eddie. Not actually looking that steady at all. An opening pick. A Terror Surge to try and turn. Suzu to get Lip out of that one. Symbol in response. Where is this Symbol? It's not in the most useful position at all from Heesang. And he's going to die as a result. Brilliant. Cheers. Thank you, Heesang. Now going in, Jumpin's going to go with his beat push, going to hit the javelin, nail that kill as well, and the beat push will be successful, regardless of Heesang's wall antics. Jumpin with the tidy up. Adios is stuck behind, he's going to have to die here. Vortex Wolf will get one more crack at this point. Now, overwhelming ult advantage. 4 ults for Vortex Wolf here. Both DPS ults, support ults to trade, Shuas for Kitsune Rush. Lip has the Molten Core to try and mitigate some of this push. Oh, wait! Javelin out of the sky! The Koreans combined! Steady Eddie! He's found his feet! He takes a step back out of it. The beat will come through, he's going to nail that shot, and he's back. All he needed was a map and a half to warm up. He's actually back. First team fight win. The Will's Workshop will not fall. Jumpin swapping onto Bull now, it seems. Lip onto Tracer, Heesang onto Echo. They have mixed up the comp, but as we've seen already, Kalios and Eddie, they're happy to take some people out of the sky. They're marking the ball here early. Slam comes through onto Jumpin, pressuring that Pharah. Trying to boot the tank a little bit out of position, but Kalios still has spin. Will take a little bit of a back step with it. They boop him away. Edison's going to get a little bit of an angle here, and Shu's actually found an opening pick. Tough situation now for Vortex. Slam comes through onto Edison. He needs all the pocket in the world. They don't get it. Lip was there for the follow-up with Jumpin. Now flying through as well. And it will be clean up. Alright. Progress though. Progress though for Vortex Wolf. Terror Surge into the next fight. No ults just yet for Crazy Raccoon. A winnable situation. Remy's going to make their way onto the Torb. Edison onto the Tracer. So a slightly different version of a comp. Now they're playing against a very dive-heavy version. And we'll see. A load of damage coming out from Jumpin here. Gets all the shields as well. Charong comes in. We've seen this time and time again for Crazy Raccoon. When they play the ball comp, Charong is a DPS player. He will be flying in there. But Edison, he's ready. He's got 3. It's actually not over yet. Jumpin will get one more trade. He gets the health back as well. Edison doesn't have the recall, so can't commit to this fight just yet. Don't think he can stop the cap either. Remember, we are fighting on B here, so Shu will be emoting on point. If Edison known there was actually a chance to get on Shu as he was emoting. Blinks past the boot there, and Edison's trying to contest the point a little bit. Heesang's going to swing top as they come through. It is a Mauga swap from Kalios as well. Copy Mauga comes through from Heesang, looking for the stomp follow-up. Isolates for Torb. Can't land the stomp, though. They disengage successfully. Vortex Wolf not successfully enough, though. Supports will just about get caught. Copy cages out from Heesang, but they're all already dead. They're chasing out Edison as well, and it seems like they're pretty keen to chase Edison to the ends of the earth. They're actually, look at Jumpin. They're all coming for Eddie. Run, Eddie, run! Recall. Does he have the blink perk yet? Does he have his blinks back? No. Crazy Raccoon have hunted down Edison. And now they're going to push forward and try and take a 5v4 with that advantage. Mines on the drive-through right now. Isolates for turret, but oh, they get caught actually. Jumpin will go down. Kalios will finish that one. They can clear the mines and have another crack at this point with tank advantage. Edison is back as well, has the pulse bomb. Damage onto Heesang, forcing him out. Heesang's got a slightly different way than Shu. Shu's going to respond with a Kitsune Rush now. It will be mirrored out from Kiru right now. Oh, they lose Shu, gets the dink though. Jumpin's back in the fight as well. Shu's good for 2 actually. Lip will finish this one off. A Kitsune Rush trade is won by Crazy Raccoon. And that should be the map from here. Oh, the Ajax from Kiru! He had no choice but to try. It was a desperate situation, and Shu gets 2 headshots into an Ajax, into a 4th kill as well. Hot as Shu. Alright. Our first Ajax of the day. Had to go for it, didn't he? And alright. But it feels like Eddie has awoken. Something in Edison has been brought back to life. Frogger won't Ajax? See so much Frogger belief in the community. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I feel the same way if I can be honest with you. Jesus told me Frogger is the third coming. Might have lied to you. I mean, you guys are hyping. I've seen so much hype around this Frogger versus Violet matchup. I think we're not even getting it to day 3, right? But I'm not sure it's going to live up to the billing. I think we're going to be in a Korea beats up smaller region situation. Open the Preds later for Willie Ajax. Yeah, we can go that way. Let's see what the... I presume you might be same page already, Chibi. I don't know if you wrote it. But maybe we'll wait and see what the map is. And we'll do like... if it's like push, we'll do like a full hold Pred. Or we can do full hold as well. Because it feels like this series is obviously a certain way. So if it's push or hybrid or escort, we can do like a full hold Pred. I guess that's actually all of them. So it's actually maybe a full hold Pred no matter what. Maxing on support? I mean, I think any combination of players on any combination of roles might be okay for Crazy Raccoon at this stage. The last Pred was to Vortex Wolf get a point low. Oh, okay. You are a step ahead. As always. You're a step ahead. Yeah, push is available. It's push, hybrid, or escort. So plenty of options for Vortex Wolf, but I'm really not sure that the map is the issue. The map is maybe the least of their problems. What kind of Pred are we talking about? A channel point Pred. So if you want to gamble your channel points, you can. If you win, you win. You can hurtle your way up the channel points economy. Colosseum next? I don't think so. I think we're just on a random map graphic type thing. I don't know if this is actually indicative of what we're going to play next. They won 0 on map 1, and then 2 on map 2. Alright, Morning Stormbreaker. So if we were to draw a graph here, map 1, map 2, map 3, and we are here, and this is fight wins. Then actually, if I draw the trend line... Wait! We're going to the moon! It might be time to all in on Vortex Wolf. The data doesn't lie. I mean, you saw me draw the graph live in front of you. So, I think it's pretty clear. It's pretty clear which way the data's leaning here. Make it exponential. What is that? This is the graph. This is a plot of fight wins per map for Vortex Wolf. So as you can see, We started on 0. This is 2. And this could be, I mean, who knows, right? This is where the graph goes. This number could be as high as, I don't know, 5 maybe. We should ask Danny what he thinks of my data interpretation. I think it's good.
이제 오버클럭을 통해서
Come on.
더블킬을 만들고 대지의 창 초골 용광로 연계를 이제 백슬라이드 파워 슬라이드로 도망치면서 이겼던 그런 한타들이 있는데 그 두 장면으로 게임을 이기고.
Oh, thank you, Adil. Adil451. Thank you for the tier 1. Welcome back.
우리의 승리까지 이어질 수 있겠다 하는 좀 단초는 얻지 않았을까 싶은 그런 장면들이었어요.
네. 자, 크레이지 라쿤은 뭐 빠르게 3대 0 하고 뭐 다음 경기 준비하고 싶을
See, explain about at least a square fit on stream. Do you reckon we see Sir Magic today? I don't know. I don't know if it actually feels like. Does it feel good if you're Sir Magic just to get like these maps? Don't know. I don't know if like he'd even want to really. Because they're just online matches as well, right? It's not like you get to go out on stage and have a little performance. Play in front of a crowd or anything like that. It's like so I don't know if he'd even bother. What would I choose? Yeah, like honestly, if it was just an online game, I'd say don't worry about it, guys. You guys just play.
조금 짐작을 할 수 있거든요.
네. 뭐 하바나면은 립의 위도우도 무서울 수 있고요. 뭐 파라소저를 계속 쓴다면 위도우 밴도 아마 좀 고려 요소에 하나 들어갈 것 같고.
네.
크레이지 라쿤이 뭘 할지도.
Is this in any way close? In some ways, it's close to being over. I think in Urch, if that counts.
그리고 이렇게 좀 하바나를 맞이하기 전에 선수 교체가 또 있다고 하는데요.
So in some ways, yes, it's close.
맥스가 들어올 수도 있고요.
하바나인 만큼.
그렇죠.
네, 말씀하신 대로. 네, 준비가 맥스. 크레이지 라쿤의 탱커가 교체가 됩니다.
Is it first to free? Yeah, I think so. I guess I also sort of hope so. But I presume we're in like a... Maybe I can ask Craig. Oh wait, it actually tells me here. All I need to do is read the information. It's classic football manager theory. If any of you guys play football manager, if you're ever in doubt over what something does or how to do something, if you ever just stop for a second and read it, will tell you the answer. So yeah, first to free for all the group stages, and then we'll be in first to four for the LAN playoffs next week. Alright, Widow ban seems reasonable enough on the side of Vortex Wolf. Follow-up ban will be coming for Crazy Raccoon. They have a bit of time to decide here, and they have decided Lifeweaver! Ah, they've cracked it. Honestly, Chirong's played Lifeweaver on this map before. Maybe a fault from Crazy Raccoons. They banned their own hero. Chirong! He's been sabotaged. He's been sabotaged by his coaching staff.
컨디션 저로조인 상태 아닙니까?
근데 저런 벤이 결국에 우리 입장에서
Chirong right now stropping about.
보일 수도 있어요. 여러분들이 이게 약간 이제 정말 안 쓸 것 같은 벤픽이 나오면 이게 너무 약간 예능 벤이라고 생각하실 수 있는데.
Newest cut. Yeah, I guess no surprises in that action from MFC. Hopefully MFC can make a good enough go despite the last minute problems. What do these matches decide? So we're in the group stage right now. So the top 2 teams from each group go to the LAN playoffs, or the LAN part of the playoffs. Next week. 2 Korean teams, 1 Japanese team, 1 Pacific team in each group. So as you can imagine, it is an uphill battle for the Japanese and Pacific teams. And we've certainly seen a pretty strong example of how uphill it might just be.
그게 제일 아쉽네요.
예. 그 위도우가 없는 상황에서 또 어떤 싸움이 벌어질지는 궁금해집니다.
자, 역시 위도우 벤하고 우리 그냥 파라소전 쓰던 거 쓰고 싶다라는 의도가 보였습니다.
네.
Real taking the piss would be banning Ball or Anna.
전진 수비를 했을 때 첫 번째 그
And then playing the same comp with Mercy or jumping on Ryan. I mean, I imagine, I don't know, whenever we have to play like games like this and say, I mean, it never really happened in Overwatch League. There wasn't freebies like this. But when we had to do it in British Hurricane sometimes, most of the time, you'd actually just be, you just want it done, you know? Like, it's not that fun. It's not that fun for the winning team either. It's just kind of, you know, it's a turn up and do your job day.
약간 좀 뒤에서 나올 생각인 것 같은데.
네.
Alright, will Vortex Wolf be held on first?
나오게 하는 그 대가가 얼마나 클지.
They are defending, so will be tricky for them. But we'll get to their attack, right? We'll get to their attack.
다시 한번 준호의 하이퍼링과 함께 밀고 들어가.
Alright. Max, looking good to continue his win streak of maps right now. Looking pretty good to continue his win streak of maps. He's just going to swing immediate gap onto Kalios. Rock will go wide, but they are all over Steady Eddie right now. He will get beamed down as well. And Crazy Raccoon just seem to be able to push any side they want, swing any angle they want, and it always results in a kill right now. Early pressure now from Shu and Heesang, keen to take this fight. Shu's quite far forward. We'll back it up as Kalios looks to line up a retake. Rock to try and catch Heesang, but he sees it coming. Kalios doesn't see that Rock coming though. Max is behind him. Lost his HP trade already, Kalios. He's had some Matrix too, so he's low on cooldowns, low on resources, and he has to start walking to point soon. The nade will make a little bit of space. Kalios can't find the Rock. Trying to swing back out, but they've got them pinned in right now, Crazy Raccoon. One more swing from Kalios, stops it with 2.5 meters left, but they are just having to... they're just getting isolated. Look at this Kalios. They're not letting anyone else peek for doors. They're trying to come out this right-hand side. Slide in from Edison. Max is going to mark it as he comes in. And just in control of everything right now. Heesang getting caught a little bit far forward, but he's got full pocket, he's got full resource, so he's not really that far forward at all, is he? Flux, early, just fluxing him in spawn. Heesang's not even shooting him. There we go, he's going to finish him off now. Rock is good onto Remy as well. Lip will finish that one. And Max is just pushing them all the way back. They are now back on third point. Second point is still nowhere close to being captured. But Crazy Raccoons seem happy to extend the spawn camp. They've got Nano to keep going as well. Maybe Max will just sucker him in a bit. Look at Heesang waiting by the door. They want him to come close. Might just be a Nano Blade angle. Letting them walk up. Now the Nano Blade comes in. Rock is wide. Deletes for Sigma. Defensive Nano onto Edison. And Heesang gets naded, so he will just take a step back. Looking to catch anyone on this flank. Nothing there. So actually a 2-for-1 trade and only 1 kill. But the problem is they're in control of the choke. Thank you, Starry Tyler, for that as well. They go for a last second recontest, but they have to just flood through doors where they try to ray out. But Crazy Raccoon had everything covered. Nothing enjoyable on today? No, Chrissy. We are in 3-0 territory. Whoa! There is the one enjoyable thing is, though, Starry Tyler has gifted a community sub. So now, Starry Tyler has the Rainy Day Tracer. So if you're looking at these games and you're worried you're not going to find a whole lot of joy, why don't you bring yourself some joy and get yourself that Rainy Day Tracer? All you need is 2 gifted, just like Starry Tyler, and you will get yourself that Rainy Day Tracer. Alright, overclock trade from Edison. Well, I say overclock trade, it's just Edison using his. Couple of dinks, but no kills. Max is going to DP a little bit on the left, and Crazy Raccoon have all of the ultimate. Shu is going to hit a nade before anything really starts. There's the overclock beret. It's all just overkill, really. And Crazy Raccoon have pushed him all the way out, and Max is looking for late kills onto the backline here, and these are going to be some of the easiest kills Max has got all day. And he's actually got loads and loads of easy kills all day as well, so it's... Now they're going to be pinned back in spawn. They have a Flux, they have a Blade to try and get themselves out. Thank you, Cookiri, for the 4 months. Welcome back. Appreciate the Prime. Nano Blade comes out. Kalios catches it, actually. Wait, the nade, the Rock, they're fighting out. Heesang has provided the opportunity. The Flux is good. It's not over till it's over. The Crazy Raccoon have to slow it down. Max has that levitate perk, so he is taking over top left. New parts of the map are available to him. But kills are available too. And Nano onto Remy. He doesn't pull the Blade because Edison found that pick. So not the highest value Nano, but they do get a pick. They stabilize the fight.
자, 볼텍술프는 초월까지 이제 좀 시간을 끌면 됩니다. 정말 힘든 거 칼리오스가 한번 해줬기
Now
때문에
Heesang coming in through the coast.
시간적 여유가 생겼거든요.
On the Sombra now, but going to be hard when they mark this angle so much. All the doors here are quite tight to get into this final third point. Rock comes through, is blocked by Max right now, but you see Kiru has this off angle. Will get caught in this one. Oh, taken out of the sky by Heesang. That's 2 kills with it. Max is going to try and get bladed. Remy's trying to turn it. Any kill will do. They do get the kill onto Max, actually. Remy can live. If they could just buy time here, stabilize around Kalios, it might be okay, but they're doubling down onto Kalios. Now Takumi is going to get hacked and beamed down as well. Chorong is low. Remy is desperate for this kill. Edison's going to swing again. Transcendence coming back. Transcendence to get the touch. Edison, 99%. Nearly has this overclock. He's going to pop the overclock. He's battling it out. He's hit by a virus. There's a Doom Fist on his face. Edison can't find the value in time. Diva back out from Kalios to try and buy more valuable time for his team, but all his teammates are falling around him. He's going to get pushed out of mech. Crazy Raccoon will get full push.
3점 확보 남은 시간 2분 10초 크레이지 라쿤입니다.
확실히 볼텍술프가 일단 본인들의 전략인 파라소전이 뭐 라쿤의 템포
Just came back, had Vortex Wolf won a fight the whole series. Yeah. Yeah, not a lot. You know, we probably are talking maybe 3 or 4. I don't know. I don't know if anyone's been keeping an actual count, but we're at least 3. At least 3. Where's Hunter? He's busy preparing for his big, important game against Team Liquid. Obviously, in that game, the winner qualifies to China. So, really important he's locked in for that one.
파라를 상대하는 방법을 많이 잘 알고 있기도 하고 그만큼 볼텍스 울프가 사이드에 파라를 보냈을 때 본대에 파라를 보냈을 때 좀 라쿤의 템포를 어느 정도
By preparing, do you mean asking chat? Yes! Part of any good study, any good research, is to go out and find out what people think. Ask some smart, intelligent people. And what better group of intellectuals is there than all of us, right? We can solve the match draft problem, right? Alright, here we go. This is the one where the prediction really matters, right? Did people bet on the full hold from Vortex Wolf? It's a Mei Hanzo Bap Kiri come out from Crazy Raccoon, so maybe a little bit off. Kalios is on the Genji, they've got an Ana, and I think if I'm Vortex Wolf, the plan seems obvious, right? Ooh, Edison gets a trade there. With a plan, I think for Vortex Wolf is Bubbles will be going Remy's way, the Nano will be going Remy's way. And he'll try and get it all done for them, relying on their big ult combos here, Vortex Wolf. But they will be slowed down massively, as in that previous fight. Sakumi was actually the first to die, which will limit their nano charge quite a bit. Counter pick means they don't have to concede too much space for him. They've got the cart up to this first corner. Looks like they forced an ice block, actually. Lip's going to get caught. And maybe first point is getting cracked open right now. Crazy Raccoon going to have to take a little bit of a step back. Wait for their May, try to not lose anyone else. Swing from Edison goes wide with that rail. Response now with the storm arrows from Heesang, but bubble pressure onto him. Heesang's in all sorts of trouble. Double pocket coming his way. And they do manage to keep Heesang alive. Wait, maybe not just alive. Another bubble onto Remy keeps him safe. But Nano Blade, very, very close right now. And Crazy Raccoon, they don't really have an answer to it. Shu has a window. But that's not a counter to a Nano Blade. Taking swings here, doesn't find anything, but Lip has come back and found a kill, but Remy is in! Takes down Chorong for the second time. They're a really committed position here. They're actually going to Nano Kalios instead. Oh, they Nano Kalios instead. He can get a lot of beam damage here. The shield's about to break for Max. His Matrix won't save him. The lamp has been forced. Shu has the window if he needs it right now. But Kalios, he nearly has the grab, but he gets one shot by the window Sonic Arrow. Kitsune Rush came out from Kiru as well, but it wasn't enough to save him. And just when it looked like there was an opening, it's taken down. The sleep not even in time to save Kiru. Remy finds another trade, so they are turning this into a dogfight. Max will eventually clean it up. But both teams now going to be relying on their respawns quite a lot. And if I'm Vortex Wolf, I did spend both support ults for that. But at least I've got a Grav, at least I've got a Blade. Maybe even an Overclock. There's a combo available here. Crazy Raccoon, none of their ults are really a good answer to any of the combos coming up for Vortex Wolf. But they can all get value in their own right here. So Crazy Raccoon might be better playing for their own value with ults. Can they get a Flux? Can they get something else out? Looking for a grab opportunity here. Very tricky point, this first point Havana attack for Azaria. Just over a minute left on the clock as well. They need this grab to find value. It's a Kitsune Rush to start it. The grab in response. The grab is big, actually. Defensive wall, defensive dragon, just to relieve the pressure. Force a couple of the ults out. Lip is going to have his ice block. Force an opportunity for the Blade now. They have a bubble ready to go. Flux is coming out right now. Max can't find anything. He's looking for Kalios. He does find Kalios, but he might die for it. Blizzard comes out as well onto Kalios. Crazy Raccoon, they mess up their combo. And Edison has the overclock ready to go. Remy still with a blade, nearly out of nano blade. Shu on the high ground. Lip is going to stall on point. They're trying to buy time, but Shu is in all sorts of trouble. He'll get finished off. Lip should die after his ice block comes off. Now a dash in, defensive bubble as well to keep Sakumi safe. Oh, Chirong finds one. Heesan just for crossfiring Vortex Wolf. They have failed to clean up the kills. They have a nano blade coming back, but it's only 20 seconds. Zarya mirror now from Max, but Nano onto Kalios. Max is going to get absolutely fried. 45 centimeters left. Max is coming back, but he's so far away. Heesan's trying to throw arrows down, but it's too little too late. Vortex Wolf, they secure first point. Heesan's going to win that duel with Edison on the right-hand side. But they've done it. They've cracked first point. Heesang now is pocketed through. Takes his duel with Kiri. Forces him out. Kiru, sorry. Now, walking up on this left-hand side. Worth noting he just had the Dragon Fury. And I think also the Sonic Disruption, which is a very odd choice for the Hanzo players, but you know how it is. Vortex Wolf, they have the opening. They still have this blade as well. Kitsune Rush. Max has swapped onto Winston. He's taken down Edison. The Dragon's been invested here as... Whoa! Shu's going to try and swing. He has the lamp. He's trying to take the blade by himself. Little bit short. 9 HP in a dream. Deflex round the corner and Remy has to run. Shu is coming to finish the job right now. Heesang will do it for him. And Crazy Raccoon looking to cement themselves at spawn hold again. But Max has gone down, so they can't spawn hold. Backing up now. Remy will be swapping onto the Torb. Is the Hanzo pick silly or serious? I mean, anything they run in this, you always have to sort of raise an eyebrow of suspicion at silly. But I think Hanzo is like a reasonable enough pick in some situations. If the map's good for it. So like King's Row is a good example of where Hanzo's quite good. Havana first. Another reasonable Hanzo point as well, especially first. Grav comes out actually here from Kalios. Catches Chirong in it. Max is going to get in that grab as well, just for good measure. And all of a sudden, bubble onto Edison. That helps him win that duel with Heesang. Shu is going to window back. Come on, Shu. It can't be... Not every window on Havana can be like the window on Havana. And this one will not be. Crazy Raccoon making more swaps. It's Anna, it's Sim. Coming back from spawn fast. Nano is available. Overclock is available. Nano Overclock. Put them together. As long as they avoid Lips Blizzard, they might be okay for it. And Kalios is fully charged. We see Kiru actually getting a bit of an early angle on the left here. We'll get matched up by Chirong. Heesang will come blinking through, but there is the Nano. They will drop the Blizzard. Bubble comes through. Can he get out? He's out of it. And Kalios, the Bubble, the Nano, everything works perfectly for him. He's taken down the backline. He needs to help his backline right now. And they're not just not getting full health, they're capturing second point as well. Kalios Zarya was the answer. If you remember if you cast your mind back over a lot of Kalios's career, Zarya was always his go-to hero, the one he had the greatest impact on. It's never been a hero that's been meta in Overwatch for very extended periods of time, but they're making it work here against the Crazy Raccoon. Kalios nearly has another Grav ready to go. He's got eyes on everyone. If he can force out any of these cooldowns, the Grav will be easy. Lost track of that Kiri for a second. Max is primaling in spawn. Max is killing someone with primal in spawn, which means Kalios is actually a little bit isolated here. He's just going to die. Yeah, Max has come back to clean that one up. You saw Kalios trying to play slow, aware his team was getting primaled in spawn. That's your job if you're the tank and your poor backline's having to deal with a Primal. Can you just play slow, play your own life? But Crazy Raccoon, knowing that tank is isolated, they push and they kill him. Kiru now is trying to battle out on this right-hand side. Has the shuffling perk if they get in trouble. That's the one that gives you the extra TP within 4 seconds. Heesang is still close with the pulse bomb though. The overload won't save him. They try to overclock their way out of that one. Edison does get Shu. They're actually grabbing to turn this one as well. Max is 1 HP in spawn. They confirm the kill onto Max, but they still need to deal with Heesang's Tracer. They force him back for now. Bubble comes through. Heesang is getting bullied out here, but he does have full pocket, I think. Kalios is going to swap. Kalios is going to take the Winston mirror. 10 seconds left and Kalios, he's seen a dream. They have Nano ready to go. Max has gone on to Zarya. It's a classic role reversal situation. Wait, Max has gone Malga. They've lost Remy, but they've nanoed Kalios. Oh, the second slide from Lip. He's just out of there. And now Kalios has nothing to do with this Nano. He's going to try and get on Viana. Just get onto Shu right now. Forces him back, but no follow-up from the rest of his team. Tsukume will die on point. Kalios, he has to come back and help, but he doesn't have bubble. There's a Molten Core coming out on point, but it's too little too late. Crazy Raccoon. They close it out 3-0. Max quaking in his boots. He couldn't handle the smoke, could he? Alright, mate, you want to win some mirror? No, not me, boss, not me. I'm not looking for that kind of trouble today. Just trying to get through the day, you know. Don't want that kind of issue. I'll just go Malga, I think. Alright, and Crazy Raccoon get their first win in the group stage, as I'm sure a lot of people might have anticipated. Did we cash for Preds yet? Let's see. Will Vortex Wolf be held on first? No! No, they will not. And, you know what this proves? The graph was good! The graph was good, no? That's not a very good start to my graph. I need a different colour as well. Hold on, let's go pink. Different colour. Map 1, Map 2, Map 3. This is fight wins on the left. The data was good! The data was good! It just wasn't quite enough. But Map 4, Crazy Raccoon would have had no chance. And this is the tipping point line, right? This is the tipping point line where you go into enough fight wins to win a map. She player of the match? I mean, it could have been any of them, couldn't it? In a best of 7 they win. Tom gets it. Unfortunately held back by the format here, Vortex Wolf, more than anything else. Ooh. If you were drafting a team, money is no object, but you can only have 6 players. What role do you think the extra player can be the most valuable? Maybe support. Maybe support. I feel like there's enough tanks with enough flexibility that, because again, like, if we take it into account now, oh, we can have any players, money's no object, blah, 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 blah. I think, with tank, you could get someone who can play enough roles, right? And I think we see a lot of teams having a lot of success with a single tank, really, you know? I think Zeta, replay of the Ajax, Zeta are a good example of that. I think, obviously, even Falcons have had relatively good success with all of that. I think we look at some of the most successful teams in North America and EMEA so far this season. All single tank teams as well. And then for DPS, again, if money's no object, I'm just getting like a proper or stalker type player who can also play hit scan as well, right? And then I've got all the DPS heroes covered, like built-in flexibility with all of it. And then for support, I think the reason it's because I think Lucio often is a very different hero. So I think the idea of having like a Gladiator's backline type setup, you know, where you have like, you have your main flex support, you have your main sort of Lucio slash your Lucio player, and then you have a player who can sort of bridge the gap, play a bit of Brig, play a bit of flex support as well, you know. I think that's probably the most value. Glaz mentions, yeah. I think that's probably the most value. If you can only have 6, yeah. I think it's easier to find someone who can do everything on the other roles. I think for support, Because who can really do it on support, right? Gala, Violet. I mean, Violet's the best case, I think, for this, right? Or maybe even Tron going the other way, right? Like good Lucio, but can also play a bit of the others.
다시 맞붙게 되는데 아시아에서 맞붙게 될 팀 중에 좀 가장 견제되는 팀이 좀 있을까요?
All right. Oh, we're going to interview Shu. Obviously, we don't have a translation, so I'm going to use this opportunity to grab a drink, and we can lock in for our next game, which, if I remember correctly, yeah, Falcons v Varel. Okay, Falcons v Varel. So the top seed from Japan, playing against one of the teams that have actually struggled the most in Korea, but we have to still remember the relative stakes here. So let me grab a drink. Let me get rid of this bowl, put it in the washing machine. In the dishwasher. Don't put it in the washing machine. And we'll be right back.
목표는 결승전을 무조건 가자인 것 같습니다.
아시아는 관문에 불과하다.
네.
그렇다면 네.
그럼 저 또 궁금한 게 아무래도 이제 라쿤이 항상 이제 그 국제전은 올라갔었고 그리고 이번에 코리아 우승도 했으니까 라쿤은 이제 뭐 항저우 티켓을 가져왔다고 치고 나머지 한 팀은 어디가 될 것 같으세요?
저는 솔직히 그대로 팔콘이 왔으면 좋겠네요.
희망사항 팔콘.
네, 항상 이제 뭐 다른 제타 외에도 잘하긴 하는데 그래도
네.
팔콘이랑 경기했을 때가 제일 좀 그 살아 있음을 느낀다 해야 되나? 재밌거든요.
그러니까 이런 게 라이벌리 아니겠어요, 그죠?
네, 맞아요. 그
자,
선수들이 있어서 저희도 더 성장하는 것도 있고,
네.
그리고 저희가 경기 만났을 때 좀 재밌는 구도를 더 많이 보여줄 수 있을 것 같아서, 네, 팔콘이 왔으면 좋겠네요.
좀 개인적인 질문인데 슈 선수가 워낙에 이제 뭐 아나도 잘하고 오늘 경기에서 키리코도 잘하고 그리고 이제 그 하바나에서 바티를 보니까 약간 옛날 생각도 나고 약간 막 글래디 시절도 생각나서 그런데 슈 선수가 개인적으로 내가 이 영웅 제일 잘하고 좋아한다는 그런 힐러 영웅 있나요?
솔직히 그 메타에 왔을 때 제일 잘할 수 있는 거는 좀 바티스트인 것 같긴 해요. 안 한 지 좀 오래돼서 잘 모르겠는데 옛날에는 바티를 좀 좋아했던 것 같아요.
네. 아니 안 그래도 이제 하바나에 딱 바티 드는데 그 글래디에이터제 있을 때 그 두 번째 경기 측면에서 비데발스 올리고 혼자
네.
캐리하던 장면이 딱 머릿속 바로 딱 떠올라가지고 한번
근데
여쭤봤습니다.
의외로는 좀 의외인 것 같아요. 사실 저는 아나부터 좀 생각을 했는데.
아, 편한 거는 아나예요. 게임하기 편한 건 아는데 좋아하는 거는 바티스타.
확실히 이 어떤 그 숙련도와 선호도는 좀 다른
그죠.
거니까요.
슈 선수를 위해서 또 조만간 바티 메타가 오길 바라면서.
자, 그리고 그렇다면 이제 마지막으로 이번 첫 번째 경기 승리를 통해서 좀 기세 제대로 가져간 크레이지 라쿤인데 우승이 목표시잖아요. 또 이제 팬분들도 기대를 하고 계신데 그 우승을 위한 포부 한마디 들어보면서 좀 인터뷰 마무리해 보면 좋을 것 같습니다.
포부라고 하기에는 좀 뭐 말을 할 게 없는 것 같은데
네.
그냥 우승하겠습니다. 많은 응원 부탁드릴게요.
네, 알겠습니다. 자, 그래도 아시아 일정 많이 남아 있는 만큼 슈 선수 앞으로도 화이팅 해주시길 부탁드리면서 인터뷰 감사합니다.
네, 감사합니다.
축하드립니다.
감사합니다. 안녕히 계세요.
굉장히 좀 빠르게 인터뷰가 넘어와서 사실 놀랐어요.
네, 저도 좀 놀랐는데
예.
이렇게 또 인터뷰하니까 제가 또 약간 평상시에 좀 궁금하던 거 질문할 수 있어서 좋네요. 슈 선수 하면 사실 뭐 바티스트로 초반에도 굉장히 리그에서 너무나 큰 활약을 펼쳤고
네.
아나 하면 사실 슈라고 생각을 할 정도로 뭐 최근에서는 정말 뭐 아나로 MVP도 막 받고 그랬는데 개인적으로 좀 궁금했어요. 본인은 뭘 더 좋아하는지.
근데 이제 선호도와 숙련도가 좀 다르다는 것까지.
아무래도 바티 메타가 온 지가 좀 오래돼가지고 뭐 바티 메타 오면 또 잘할 선수니까 또 여러분들도 이제 뭐 또 조만간 특전 또 패치한다고 하잖아요.
그렇죠.
또 특전 패치에 따라서 또 메타가 바뀔 수 있어가지고
네.
기대해 주시면 좋을 것 같습니다.
자, 이렇게 오늘의 첫 번째 경기 크레이지 라쿤과 볼텍스 울프의 경기는 크레이지 라쿤이 3대0으로 승리를 했습니다. 그리고 저희 잠시 쉬었다가 이어진 오늘의 두 번째 경기 팀 팔콘과 바렐의 경기로 돌아오겠습니다.
Oh, I'm back. What are we saying? You have to make a team of people who have never won a LAN. There's too many people to choose from. Who's even on the list? Who's even on the list? Proud. Is probably a good shot. CX? Mate, I have won. Let me get this right. 2? Yeah, I've won 2 lands. Alright, Hirak coming in. So it's Proud, Hirak. What role do you play, Hirak? Hopefully not hit scan, because Proud feels like he might have that one on lock. As a player? Yes, as a player! Come on, guys. Come on, guys. I've had an illustrious TF2 career. Support? Beautiful. You're in the team. Major LAN? Yes! Oh my god. Don't make... I won't tell the whole story because it's too long. But I won an I-Series. And I won a LAN in Lithuania. Where me... And it was mixed teams in Lithuania. But the 2 major teams at this Lithuania LAN were the team I was on, Tezek, T-E-Z-C, and we had maybe like 1 top player in Mikey A. You guys might remember Mikey A from he was on Cloud9 back in the day. He was on Team UK back in the day. So we had him, but the other team was an established team. Everyone on that team Div 1 and above. In TF2 there was Premiership, Div 1, Div 2, Div 3. You guys know how numbers works. So, on the top of the favourites, the heavy favourites for the LAN, was a team full of a lot of Div 1 and even top Premiership players. They brought their core. They had one of the most established players in TF2 you might have heard of. They had Sideshow on that team. The LAN was delayed egregiously delayed. We ran into Sideshow's team. And in the upper bracket final, they beat us, right? In the upper bracket final, they beat us. I think it was 2-0. But the LAN is delayed. It gets late. It gets real late. The grand final for this LAN, I think it starts at 2:30 in the morning. And this team of Premiership players, they didn't have the resilience. They didn't have the durability. They didn't have the courage. And in that grand final, we fucking got him. 2-1. We win the LAN. I get myself a little bit of prize money. It covers the price. It covers the hostel for the weekend, so quids in. And I win myself a real life balloonicorn. It was this big, an inflatable balloonicorn. It's in my house somewhere. It's probably in the loft. How long is a TF2 round? So each map is 30 minutes. So we start at 2:30, 3 maps, 30 minutes each. I think it was obviously times between hand and then picking and all of this. And it was probably about 4 a.m. by the time we finished. You know what else I won? Official Valve merchandise. I won this guy. Thanks, Valve. A trophy of sorts. That was for my success. You know what else we got from the Lithuania LAN? And they don't do this. They don't do this anymore. Where is it? I don't know where mine is. It's lost in like a cupboard somewhere. But what we got with the LAN was a certificate. We got a little first place certificate. So there is documented proof that I am a LAN winner. I've got the receipts, guys. I've got the receipts, I promise you. Did you ever want to play Overwatch properly? No, I was too old, and I had some kind of wrist pain, and I had like a full-time job, so it was never really on. I kind of stumbled into Overwatch more than anything, at least for coaching side of things. Why are we talking about Lithuania? Let an old man celebrate his past glories, Musket. One day you'll be this age, and you'll be telling your chat about your glory years. That's not even true, Tablecloth. That's not true. That is a gross misrepresentation of the facts. We won. It must have been at least like 300 quid, maybe somewhere between 200 and 300 quid for that Lithuania LAN. And I also won an I-Series. We won £600 at that I-Series. I-48 also won. Come on. Liquipedia misrepresented the facts. What would it take for you and a bunch of other coaches to make a team as players and try and run through FACEIT qualifiers? Copious amounts of money. Copious amounts of money. That would mean it was all a better investment of our time than our actual jobs. Can we get a comment on the Liquipedia pick? What's the Liquipedia pick? Let me find it. When am I going? Where are we? Are we a real one? Or are we an alpha? Alpha. I can find it. Come on, guys. I'm getting to it. What do you want me to... Oh, wait. You guys can't see it. If I do that, can you see it? Yeah. What's the comment? This was at... Guys, look, you don't want to get me started. Because if you get me started... There's so many stories. Because do you know what LAN this was from? Do you know what LAN this was from? Guys, I've already beaten the financial financial allegations. No, not I-48. This is from a DreamHack in Stockholm, or it was, I think this one was in Jönköping actually. Thank you, no idea. Thank you for keeping track of these. We'll timestamp this and put it in the pod as well. This LAN, right? So, for those who don't know, TF2, we were never a major esport, right? So there was no TF2 event at DreamHack. But do you know what you do when DreamHack won't recognize you as a game, won't put on a TF2 event for you? You know what you do if you're the TF2 community? You buy a spot. No, you can't even bring your own computer. There's no BYSC at a DreamHack. So what you do is you buy a spot in their exhibition hall. If they won't invite you, buy your way in. We buy a space in the exhibition hall and we host an exhibition tournament between 4 of the top teams in Europe. And then what happens? Unfortunately, something very bad happens because we get to the final day, the Sunday night, a grand final, right? It's a best of 5. Normally you only play best of 3 in TF2 because of the length of the maps. This was a best of 5. The 2 top teams in Europe. And they are clashing head to head to head. And it's tied up 2-2. One of the greatest finals you'll ever see. 2-2 between the best teams in Europe. Going head to head. And then what happens? The final's been going on so long. It's been so close. It's been so hard fought. It's been overtimes and golden caps and all of this. Then what happens is the exhibition hall, the bouncers, the security, they come up to us and they tap on the watch, the exhibition hall, for legal reasons, it has to close by 10. And we try and explain. We just need one more map. We just need one more map. It's the grand final. Everyone's watching. It's the grand final. We just need one more map. And security say, no. The exhibition hall is closed. So what was leading to be one of the greatest finals just ends. The grand final ends 2-2. The players have to split the prize money. And it just ends. It just ends. No, when there was we debated because obviously this is all happening real time and we're like, what do we do? But the teams were offered the chance. It's like we could play the final map online when we all get home. We'll finish it when we get home. And the players were like, no, let's just split the prize money. We'll leave it as a draw. The clip of Sideshow apologizing on stream. Yeah. If you listen closely in that clip, you can hear me shouting at Sideshow in the background. Me and my mate Ed, just shouting. Just have a fight in the car park, Josh. Just get him to have a fight in the car park. There was no fight in the car park. Can you find the clip? Do we have time? Wait, let me cut the VOD before I forget. Maybe someone can find the clip. Where will it even be? Will it be on Team Fortress TV? I think it would have been Team Fortress TV at the time. DreamHack. There he is, young Josh. He'll be in the playlist somewhere, won't it? Oh, you can see me. Here I am. What a young whippersnapper. What a young whippersnapper. Which one is it? Is this one? Upper semis, upper bracket finals, lower bracket semis, lower bracket finals, grand final. Here we go. There's Michael Adams.
Gentlemen, we have a very interesting situation. We've never had a situation like this, ever. In fact, I don't think anyone's ever had a situation like this, ever. It's very interesting.
It's very interesting.
You gotta go. It's time to go.
It's time to go. It is indeed time to go. Both of the teams are tied at 2 maps apiece after the 4 maps of the best of 5. It's gone on for so long. We had so many golden caps that we've exceeded the schedule, gone miles over it, even of the allowed time that DreamHack gave us extra. And we have 1 minute to leave the venue before we literally are all killed by the DreamHack security. And so the teams have 2 options. They can either play it online at a later date, or they can call a draw and split the prize money, or a heavy fist fight, but they decided not to do that one.
That's me!
Much to Twitch chat's dismay, I'm sure. But unfortunately, one of the problems of not actually being in the official rotation of DreamHack or something like that is that we're bound by the exhibition hall's time rules. So unfortunately, we are going to have to end the stream there. This is not a troll, I swear to God. But so the teams are going to decide at a later date whether or not to draw and split the prize pool or play it online. We'll keep you updated on that. Check TFTV. This is ridiculous. We could go for a real fist fight as well. We could do that afterwards.
Can you hear? I don't know if you can tell it's my voice.
We'll probably stream on YouTube it or something afterwards as well. There's a car park. This is ridiculous. We could go for a real fist fight as well. We could do that afterwards as well. There's a car park out there, but who knows? We'll probably stream on YouTube it or something. But we'll catch you later on Team Fortress TV. What a tournament!
That's admirable. Legend admirable was.
전원 일본인으로 구성된 정말 일본의 자존심인 팀이라서 이대로 사실상 뭐 일본 국대라고 보시면 되는 거라 과연 바렐이
Is the game starting? Are we going down the rabbit hole? Well, Coleman. Yeah, they asked if I'd ever won a LAN, Coleman.
맞습니다.
So,
자, 그리고 양
the rabbit hole was well and truly opened at that point.
또 리장 타워 파라를 즐겨 쓴 팀들이 좀 좋아하긴 하는데 사실 뭐 바레 같은
I have won Xavier LAN.
즐겨 쓰진 않습니다.
네.
Coleman, we lost the map where you played best.
좀 고정적으로 넣고요.
Coleman, if for those who don't, Coleman was at the Lithuania LAN we were talking about earlier.
혹은 토르비오
Coleman's best performance was on the one map we lost in that grand final. So for whatever reason, Coleman's success seems to be inverted towards the teams, you know.
약간 라쿤 쪽의 색깔이 약간은 좀 다른 느낌이에요.
그렇습니다. 아무래도 그 양 팀의 모기업
Typical TFT propaganda.
좀 생각을 보게 한 게 있네요.
그렇죠. 아무래도 이제 라쿤과 제타가 선수들은 다 한국.
Alright, let me get this VOD sorted. I don't know how many people are going to be keen for the VOD.
자, 일단 바렐의 선벤 파라입니다.
네, 아까 말씀드렸다시피 파라를 쓰는 팀이 아니고 맵은 파라 맵이 나왔기 때문에.
What was I doing? Crazy
별다른 고민 없이 파라를 배냈습니다.
versus
그리고
Six.
이제
Wolf.
팔콘의 좀 응수가 어떻게 이루어질지 궁금한데요.
Alright, let me get that one uploaded.
자, 팔콘
Alright.
선수가 이제 다른 탱커
And we can lock in
어느 정도 해도
For Falcons versus Varel. So
So
Varel won
좀 메인 픽을 잠궜고요.
the playoffs in Japan,
치열하게 맞붙을
finished first seed.
리장 타워 좀 양팀 모두
and Falcons are going to ban Ball.
하면서 준비를 하고 있습니다. 자, 바렐 확실히 강력해지는 모습을 이번 스테이지에 특히 많이 보여줬다 보니까
Varel 3-0 for sure. Preds, we can do some Preds. We'll do a, out of respect, we'll do a, who will win. Let me do team, let me get this up. And then I see your question,
그렇습니다. 자,
Werembu, if I'm saying that right on YouTube. Give me a second, I will answer you. Team Falcons versus Varel. Alright, you might have to be quick if you want the predictions for this one, alright? Open right now, get them in quick. So, Weremu was asking about, has China OWCS started yet, and how is it selecting their top two teams? So, they're going to do their own OWCS tournament, and what's going to happen is Nat's starting, let me get the dates for you. Nat's starting a little bit later in March, 27th, and what they're going to do is going to have a 1 week round-robin group stage, and then the next week they're going to have playoffs, and then they'll do a very similar tournament, just a little bit compact in terms of schedule, and we'll get 2 teams from China qualifying out of that, and they'll join all the other teams that qualify over this weekend in EMEA in North America and over next weekend in Asia. Alright, so Varel. We saw Vortex Wolf earlier, the second place team from Japan, not get very close at all to Crazy Raccoon. Now Varel will have their pop against the Mighty Falcons, and maybe they'll have quite the pop. It's a 1-for-1 trade, but it's a tank advantage here off KSG's form timing now. Varel, they can stabilize, they can group up, they can get the first flip. And alright. Taking a little bit of a poke forward, slow on the choke. Hamby going to be staying onto the Malga. Malga should match up quite nicely onto the Ramattra. And oh, Stalker and Proper. And it's a tale as old as time. The Falcons DPS have cracked it wide open for them. And this will be a very swift retake with very little resistance. A shame for Varel after they done so well to win that first fight. Won the neutral. All good shout. Okay, so no real comp swaps coming out. It's a Kiri Juno here from Falcons. Maybe anticipating more of an Anna rather than anything else. Retake attempt now for Varel. No ults really in play just yet, but the support ults for Falcons are desperately close. Turret will be taken down as they walk in. They just left Stalker unchecked on this left-hand side. Hambin will be cleared from point, but Stalker, he's just got free reign over this point. He's going to find an opening pick. Ray will come through to finish the job. Honestly, it might have been overkill by this point. Stalker just uncontested on the flank there. All of Varel, they just filter through onto point. They don't contest any of this side space. And if you're going to leave a player with Stalker's quality, unmarked, unchecked, just free to farm up rails, you better believe he's going to find some value here. So a 1 ult used, 1 fight, 1 situation for Falcons. And now we're going to get into a bigger ult breakdown for this. If Varel can get to all of their ultimates here, they're sort of 10 to 15% off most of them. They have a real chance here, but it's an early Kitsune rush on the flank, actually. But Varel, they're just going forward. They want to push on to Stalker. They catch him. They pushed away from Builder's Kitsune rush. An interesting investment from Fielder just to try and win the side fight with that one. But they've got all this space on point right now. Blade over the top from Proper to try and salvage it. B is the answer from Mimosa. And the Blade will be repelled, and the retake is good from Varel. Stop comes back in. Cage is going to be used. It catches QKI. Punching away is KSG. He needs a lot of help. The Annihilation's not enough. The Cage is too much in the end. The overclock. The old fish in a barrel and shoot 'em situation. And again, Varel showing a bit of fight, a bit of life. And to be fair to them, Falcons have actually used all of the ultimates to win that previous fight against a few players down. So now, double DPS ult. Stalker's going to go for an early swing. Body shot only onto Mimosa, trying to find the finishing blow. They're poking from both sides right now. You can see Proper and Fielder on the far side of our screen. So again, when their flanks are being pushed, Varel go forward. They try and out-tempo through main. And it's a 1-for-1 trade. They get the flip as well. So they have a bit of time, a bit of space. They did have to use both DPS ults for that. They're going to go back and try and clean up these players. Suzu has been forced out of Fielder. Nico here has regrouped with the team, and Falcons are flipping the point back here. Mimosa's going to come mark Fielder out of his side position. They're going to concede the flip back right now. Really lots of damage onto KSG. Mimosa again, the boop off, forces the TP out of Fielder. Fielder nearly has Kitsune Rush. Kitsune Rush first from Q-Loud though. They lose Mimosa, but now there's a window here. Hanbin's 1 HP. Falcons don't quite have their support ults yet. They're waiting for Fielder's Kitsune Rush, then they will repush, but QKI, he's trying to go early. Lots of damage onto Chio, he's 1 HP. He D-peaks, but he gets punished for it here, QKI. They're going to double down KSG. They go in, they finish Chio. Kitsune Rush is out, but the Kitsune Rush isn't really in a position to help him. Proper's got another blade. They'll finish off Nico with that one. The chase onto KSG. And Falcons, they will finish the job in the end with this final wave of ultimates. Is it Q key? Is it just, I don't need to say all the letters? I can say Q key, that's easier for me as well. It's just Q key? Oh, but just spell the letters. Okay. Okay, that's easier then. And Cloud. A silent Q. Okay, we can work with that then. And I think you're right, Deadly Gases. That's not a bad round from Varel. A little bit of life. Maybe a, what do you call it? A few cheap retakes and all of that. But it seems like Varel have a pretty clear plan, right? When Falcons are trying to play all these side angles, can we find space in main instead? They're going to TP out of spawn right now. Nico will swap onto the Sojourn. This means Stalker's going to get the first rail of the fight. You see Proper rolling out towards that point side. Varel, though, more interested in this dojo control. They've lost their turret, but they're going to swing out onto Hanbin. They thoroughly clear Hanbin out of this one. And now Varel, they have control of the choke. A chance to go force Proper off point now and get themselves that first objective. And Proper's going to have to take a step back. But they're not interested in the objective. They keep pushing forward. Proper's going to come in for one late trade, but tank advantage now for Falcons. Oh, sorry, for Varel. TP towards point. Proper's going to pick up another one and all of that. Thank you, Harak, for the community gifted sub. No one has got the first flip yet. Hanbin will be back in the fight soon. Hanbin is swinging left-hand side. Proper from the right. They come for a stomp in. Stomp doesn't find anything. Forces for Suzu. A lot of damage onto Hanbin. But the torpedo swing from Chio is good. Catches Nico. Proper's going to dive in from the other side. And the retake is good from Falcons. And they managed to get this all done before the point unlocks and flips the side of Barrow as well. So will be a rather extended and back and forth first fight. But it does go the way of Falcons. And they have a much quicker Kitsune rush in all of this as well.
그걸 보고 뒤로 빠진 다음에 나머지 반대쪽이 더 세게 가져가면 발에는 계속 좀 측면을 시달릴 수밖에 없는 상황입니다.
그렇습니다. 자, 이번에는
Now, trying to retake from White Varel. They nearly have the Molten Core from Kuki. And this is obviously going to be a pretty good answer to actually Fielder's quicker Kitsune rush. Stalker has the overclock as well. Falcons, though, they have control of a point. They have control of a choke. They are actually going to invest his Kitsune rush early. Beat in response from Mimosa first instead. Cloud now has an opportunity. Sticky turret on the wall. Molten Core in response. But Stalker, he's just shooting shots down this channel. One final rail. Ooh, Cloud's going to peek into that one. Doesn't die for it, though. Shield comes out as they try and poke some space, but Falcons have them thoroughly pinned in right now. KSG is going to try and take some space, but Shio uses the opportunity to ray into the backline, and Hanbin and Proper delete them all, and they will kill this turret on the wall. The sticky turret, not much of a problem at all for Falcons right now, and has back-to-back successful fights.
옵션을 썼는데 상대가 본대가 막 세게 들어오는 것도 아니고.
And again, we see in this side fight an important part of Falcons comp right now. Kiriko and Genji there, but KSG's found him. Hammer's going to try and stomp in, but KSG's got some damage. He's forced Proper back, but he regroups, gets that one off. Cage comes in, and Proper is just chopping through everything. The ult combo lands. Final Kurtle onto Cloud. And Falcons now one fight away, and it looks like they're happy to fight in spawn. Again, Falcons have burnt through their ult economy fairly quickly, but his touch is going to be very rough for Varel. They're going to scout out for Sombra, so it's going to be hard for Kuki to find that one. Proper's waiting for a disruptor shot. Forces for Soja back into spawn. Can't chase any further, though. Chio's killed one on the chase. Overclock and Annihilation to try and get this retake going. They have got the touch during all of this here, but KSG, his Annihilation expires, and Stalker's still swinging the flanks. And Falcons are hitting them so aggressively, so frequently from these flanks. They just don't really have an answer to it. One final touch from Mimosa coming through now. Will be dying on point. And I don't know if there's any more touches after this. Stalker's double checking. Overclock just to be sure. It is actually, yeah, a little bit of a trigger, but Kitsune Rush overclock on point. It's just all done, isn't it? Falcons will take map 1.
Are the Asian teams doing slingshot theory?
Thank you, Mr. Fish. Appreciate the 12 months at tier 1. Are they doing slingshot theory? Yes. Yeah, they are. For those unfamiliar with slingshot theory, is currently what TU are doing in EMEA. Pulling themselves all the way back to catapult themselves forward. So maybe this is also employed by Varel right now. They're going to pull themselves back, ready to launch themselves forward.
관제 센터가 좁아서 좀 트레이드가 났고 처음에 약간의 사고가 있어서 좀 상대방이 센터는 거점을 내고
Alright.
있지만
Pretty quick one, but laws of velocity. Yeah, Harold knows. Thank you. Obviously, knows in the know. Probably knows who watch Uncoachable. And there is a brand new Uncoachable coming out after the stream today. It's going to go on our Patreon today. And then full release tomorrow. So if you want all the breakdown of everything that happened in playoffs or weeks before what happened in playoffs and our predictions for what's going to happen this weekend, it will all be in there for you to access. It's a classic if you know situation. Oh, thank you, Juno Fish, for the prime as well. Welcome. Alright, and there were signs of life in all that, I think. Signs of life for Varel. Still takes a lot to win a map of these Korean teams. Ask any other team of the world and they'll tell you the same thing. And while Falcons have had a pretty rough or a pretty volatile regular season and playoffs in Korea, obviously had that really disappointing result against Crazy Raccoon last week where they lost 4-0 in the semi-final. This group stage should still be business as usual, as then they will have to play Zeta Division at some point, but that's a few days off for them yet. This first part of it should be pretty straightforward. Sometimes, not here, we see some unpredictable Mickey Mouse results on control maps. Any theories why? Yeah, I think there's a few factors. One, the nature of control is quite snowbally, in the sense that if you win the first fight, you then have a great chance that you normally have the first ult as well for the next fight. You can snowball that one. And then if you win the big ult trade, even if you lose that big ult trade, you've won 2 fights. By the time you lose the third big ult trade, you've actually probably got like 80+%. And all you need is 1 retake on like 3 or 4 attempts to get that. So I think there's a great chance to make to win just through that mechanic of the map. But I think also what happens in map 1 of a series, if you're an underdog team playing, I guess, an overdog team, that first map always feels the most winnable. Because you go in, you've had your VOD review, you've talked to your team, and then you have your plan going in, and you're full of belief going into that first map. It's not yet been proven, even if on paper they're better than you. It's not been proven yet. So I think that first map, there's always a little bit more belief. That's why I think we see so many situations where we get the underdog team will win the first round, nearly win the second round, and then lose the third round. Because again, it's a classic Chris Fury situation. And then once we get to the other maps, Again, obviously, the power of any sort of map pick or bans, obviously, will swing it even more heavily in favor of the top dog. And it just sort of gets out of hand from there. So I think that's why it's more common in KOF than others. Some of it's for mode, some of it is just for nature. Now it's always the first map in the series. I think if we just played any mode as first map in the series, we'd still see a somewhat similar thing. Alright, so Varel's choice right now. I don't know too much. Obviously, I've not watched Japan this year, so I'm sort of learning about, I guess, current year Varel as we go. But my memory of this Varel team is always going to be them making our lives absolute hell on Doomfist at the 2023 World Cup. So I don't know how effective that'll be in this current meta, but Varel are a team with spirit. You can say that much. More people excited for the Frogger versus Violet matchup. I think that's day 4 though, if I remember right. At the MFC Zeta one. Do I like Wingstop? Yeah. Yeah, I had it a couple of times when I was in the US. It was quite nice. Oh, is it next? Oh, what am I thinking of then? Oh, that's MFC Falcons. Oh, it's next. Oh, okay. We'll see it today then. My brain is a colander, unfortunately.
좁은 형태의 전장을 좀 좋아하긴 했거든요. 뭐 쟁탈이라든지 뭐 수라바사.
KSG kind of plays everything, but best on Winston Doom Ball. Kuki is not very good. Tracer plays projectile mostly. Nico hits scan Tracer. Mimosa, Kyrian main support, and Cloud plays a lot of Ana. Yeah, I feel like I have a strong memory of like even though KSG was getting all the points at the 2023 World Cup, Cloud was probably their best player, at least in my opinion. Oh, how about some Preds? We can do it. We choose the outcome there. Alright, where are we going? Suravasa? Do you want to bet on a Frio then? Let's do it. Obviously a Frio. Will it be a Frio or Suravasa? Question mark. Yes. No. Let's put some time on that. We'll put 10 minutes on it. We'll put 30 minutes on it. I'll just remember to stop it. Will. Oh wait, I spelled it wrong if you can believe it. I missed out the T. Will it be a Frio on Suravasa? Predictions up. Alright, Malgaban coming out from Varel. Torban coming out from Falcons.
팔콘도 관제 센터를 돌이켜 생각해 보시면 토르비온이 은근히 거슬리는 요소긴 했거든요. 겐지 키리코의 템포를 늦춰버리고 한빈 선수에게 좀 과한 딜을 쏟아넣는 그런 구도가 좀 있었기 때문에 이런 구도로 가면 뭐 한빈 선수 그냥 뭐
Do you think the bans benefit top teams more since they are more flexible, and how much of an advantage is the first ban for those teams? So I think we're maybe in a bit of a weird situation at the moment where the first ban isn't as powerful as maybe it was at Esports World Cup last year. It's still pretty good, right? There's still ways to use it. But I think a lot of the time, if we had the option in stage 1, like we did at the Esports World Cup, to ban second, so if you're the team that gets to choose, you pick whether you want to ban first or you want to ban second. I think we would have seen a lot of teams leaning into the second ban, actually. But it's always, you always have to ban first, so I think it rewards teams that have flexibility. Some of it is meta-defined as well, right? What about a Frio for Varel? What's the payout for that? It also counts. It's a Frio for any team. If Varel Frio, the answer is yes. If Falcons Frio, the answer is yes. If the score is anything but Frio, the answer is no. So if you're a believer that Varel about to Frio Falcons here, you should bet yes. So if anything, if you bet yes, there's 2 ways it could be a Frio, you know? 3-1 is not a Frio score. No. Alright. Alright, I'll try and remember to do the predictions a little bit earlier because we're a little bit short on time there, but there we go. Alright. So, Malgaban, Varel going to lean into the ball direction, ball Tracer Sombra here, which, if anything, might actually be set up quite nicely to affect this Ana Juno backline, but not if something like that happens. One thing we've seen with a lot of ball comps in a post-perk world is that ball gets a lot harder because of the groggy perk on the Ana. You combine that with the fact that Hanbin can also just matrix a lot of the slams, a lot of the engages, help keep their backline alive through that. Could be asking a lot from the ball players in these situations, especially once that groggy perk comes online. But they don't have it just yet. And you can see Hanbin right now all over KSG. Doesn't want to give him an inch of room. You can see Proper also very keen to try and scout out this Sombra. They don't want to let anyone get a free engage from Varro. If they can neutralize the Tracer, the Sombra, the ball, don't let all three targets connect on your backline. There's the hack. Rotation forward from Falcon's backline to try and get out of dodge. Fielder pockets it well, and Hanbin punishes one of those divers. You see the same idea here for Falcons. They're just happy to hold good space. Try and stop the Tracer setting up. Try and stop the Sombra setting up. Try and stop the ball setting up. They're going to find this Sombra late as well. That'll be a nice little stagger kill. And then once they do that, once the dive comes in, Proper, Stalker, Hanbin, their job is to punish any of those divers. Make it a one-way trip for KSG, a one-way trip for Kuki. Don't let them have multiple attempts at diving your backline. Proper's going to set up on the high ground on his first point. Full rail in hand. KSG is coming through. Pressure onto the Pharah. Doesn't find the slam though. Again, Falcons saving these speed rings to move their backline around and disengage the dive. Now another roll through from KSG, but again, Fielder's giving him the slip. Hanbin is right there with him. Defensive nade from Fielder, and that's going to punish Mimosa. But this time, Chio is caught. More pressure onto the backline right now. Hanbin is coming to help them out. But the cap goes through during all of this. They get the kills, but it's worth nothing. The first successful dive of the game from Varro. But they C9 the point during all of it. Oh no. Disaster. Oh, was it right at the start? Oh, I missed it then. Jesus. Yeah, it's even worse then. So they win the fight, but it's not worth all that much. Falcons get the first point. Now up to the ult period of the game. Kuki has this the EMP ready to go. Looking for the backline. Trying to play around that wall there, make it difficult for Kuki to get a clean EMP onto every single member of the backline. Nano comes out onto Hanbin right now. He's looking for a kill actually on this Kitsune Rush, but he doesn't find all that much. He forces the Suzu out of Cloud, but he needs to help his backline here. Barrage comes to try and peel as well. Stalker doesn't even have a perk yet, but he's got full Matrix. Pulse Bomb came out. Stalker's going to run into more trouble. He needs more help back here. Matrix from Hanbin to save him again. He's going to back it up. Chio's keeping everyone topped up. And Varro, they have to take a step back. KSG is caught, slept up there as well. Looks like they want to clean this Kiri out as well. Actually, Cloud's going to get the kill. I think there's no way out of this one for Cloud. No, Fielder will tidy it up. They've stolen a point thanks to Nico actually during all of this. So Falcon's going to have to come back and deal with that right now. Mine's available for KSG to stall this one out if they want to contest it. Nico's going to get one more touch. Recall comes in. Now the mine's on point. Hanbin and Chio have been a little bit separated here. Trying to clear this Diva out. No meaningful damage. They bought time, but they've lost Mimosa. How on earth has that happened? Stalker finds the kill, and now Falcons can start forcing the objective again. Mimosa was 99% to beat as well. Absolutely brutal for Varro right now. The Falcons will get the flip for free. That's so disappointing for Varro. If Mimosa lives, they have that beat push coming in. Really scary situation for Falcons. Now Falcons, though, they have the luxury of space and time. They have this overclock. Sleep now onto the ball. That one's been used. They're going to try and rotate Fielder away. The beat push is coming through. Fielder is on the run. Lucio coming for him. He's backing it up. Body block from Proper. He takes that one down, and Proper uses the overclock. He takes down everyone who was trying to get on Fielder. And you see the same thing for Chio and Fielder. Sometimes Fielder's running forward. Sometimes Fielder's running backwards. Sometimes he's running to the side. Every time, he's just picking the direction the divers aren't coming from. Move into the space. Away from the danger, into the space. KSG is going to be behind right now, and Chio is keen for the hunt. He's found the ball again, trying to body block all of this movement. Over the top right now. Does trigger the overtime KSG this time. Kitsune Rush nearly there for Cloud, but Falcons, they have a Nano Barrage combo, but the Nano's going to go onto Hanbin instead. Suzu has been forced, so he turns his attention. Barrage has found a whole lot of nothing from Stalker, actually, but Proper's always good for one. Taking this duel on the flank, 11 HP. Stalker's on the run, trying to peek his supports. Fielder will group up with him right now. Self-destruct stops him getting too much value out of that Kitsune Rush. Stalker's going to come back to point. Finds the finish. And Falcons remain in control. 2 rounds in a row. And now, looks like we're going over to point D for what could potentially be the final one. Chio has the beat ready to go. A lot of the time we see Falcons be very decisive and aggressive with their beats. We'll see if they choose to do the same thing in this sort of comp matchup. For right now, Varro actually have them kind of surrounded as Falcons move towards point here. So Falcons have to be very careful. Danger on all sides. Proper's going to take the high ground, get a bit of a better vantage point. Fielder's going to rotate round to the far side. Groups up with Proper. Stalker's found a pick onto the Sombra, and that was one of the ults Varro were closest to as well. Sleep onto the ball. Now the nade. The Groggy perk is going to make his life harder. Doesn't actually use the nade in the end, but Pulse Bomb's found for Hanbin. So Hanbin is now just a baby diva trying to keep his backline safe, which will be really, really much less effective. Stalker's going to fall off the map as well. Okay. Maybe an opening here for Varro. I don't know how... He can fly, right? Farah can still fly. Apparently Stalker can't on this occasion. Hanbin is only halfway to this mech, so a huge opening for Varro right now. They've got the mines, they've nearly got the EMP. A chance to go get some kills here. Boop onto Chio! Chio Ajax is off the map! Unbelievable from Mimosa! A spectacular one from Chio! And all of a sudden, Varro have an opening! Maybe they don't though! What if Proper just killed everyone anyway? They're not out of the woods yet, Varro. The Ajax wasn't enough for him. Cloud is pushing, but Proper sets that one up. Nico has found a trade, but Falcons have got themselves back on point. And Falcons remain in control of the cap, despite all of that. Stalker has gone over here onto the Sombra as well. And there's another sleep onto KSG as they try and regroup with Fielder here. Stalker looking for the hack. Does get the hack. Virus out as well. Stalker can't confirm the kill, but he does slow down KSG for a second. Eyes onto Cloud, though. EMP in hand, trying to go on his right-hand side. Cloak is going to expire. Mimosa dies! Wait! Was that another Ajax? Back to back! Oh, Mimosa gets a taste of his own medicine on that one. KSG goes down. They've got the flip here. Varro now buying valuable time. Oh, but it might not be enough. Oh, Varro, they had the EMP. They had both support ults. But nobody can get a beat off. Cloud is going to try and turn a kill here, but Proper, he's just pocketed through everything. He's nailed every shot. Fielder has been traded. Maybe there's a chance. Kitsune rushing back to point, but Stalker has EMP as they push on, but they get the kill anyway. Nico's 1 HP. Hanbin and Chio trades them all, though. Now it's just for Kiriko, and there is no hope here. Falcons complete for 3-0. Oh, there were so many openings on that third point for them. So many openings, and they still can't confirm it. So will Savassa be a 3-0? Yes. Just about. Just about. Can we get a replay? Are they on YouTube as well? Let's see. Let's get a YouTube up. You can probably close my Wikipedia now. That's my YouTube. I guess I could use my YouTube to play it. Okay, let's use me then. Shut up, me. Rare appearance by YouTube chat. 10-minute ab workout? I always do the Pamela Rife workout. By always, every time I work out, I do it. I need to work out more. But Pamela Rife, always good for it. Alright, where are we? Is it this fight coming up now? Yeah. Alright, so wait, let me go back. Alright, so eyes on Chio. He's got the beat in the middle here. Eyes on Chio. Mimosa coming in from the side. Oh, you can't see it. Hold on. There we go. Why did it go black? Anyway. Alright. Eyes on Chio. Eyes on Mimosa, right? What could go wrong? He's actually so comically in the pit. So comically in the pit, isn't he? Hell of a play from Mimosa. Absolutely sent. Absolutely sent on that one. They deny Hanbin getting back into mech. And you know what the problem is? Ben Proper just goes off with overclock. He kills everyone. Oh. They don't even win this fight. Don't even win this fight. Ah. All right. What game modes do we have left? Push. Let's see what the map type is, and we'll either do, will there be a full hold or will there be a full push, depending on what map type we go, right? you've got news, live reports that Mimosa will in fact be replacing Shio on Falcon's next stage. They're drawing up for contract negotiations right now. I mean, that's a problem when you when you play a team with so many quality players, like a lot of well, all the Korean teams in this event, is you might make one play, you might shut down a player, but fight's never over. How many times have we seen Falcons win a fight after something goes wrong at the start, right? Stalker and Proper always have the ability to turn them. Do you think the non-Korean teams have a chance to go to LAN? No. Really no. I mean, I guess in theory the closest one will be when they take on Wei. That's in the Crazy Raccoon group. I'll show you this group. Update the scores. In theory, like a Vortex Wolf or 99 Divine maybe have the best chance against Wei, but I don't know. I still don't think it's gonna happen. I think the gap in player quality is simply too high.
매치 포인트를 만들어냈습니다. 상대방이 좀 가까운 조합, 본인들의 어떤 체급, 특히 한빈 선수의 강력함과 단단함을 기반으로 제압을 해.
Reddit tells me there's a new generation of Japanese talent coming though. Is there? Who's the new generation?
도르가 벤이었군요.
그렇습니다. 또 이제 팔콘이 벤을 했다
No?
보니까
Oh.
여기까지 읽었다.
Wait, are you telling me there was some misinformation on Reddit?
네. 뭐 팔콘이 꺼냈어야 되는 상황이었어요.
Oh wait, no, I'm getting further reports. Further reports from Muffo and Pad Sandon that they are in fact next up.
오히려 본인들이 꺼내는 게 나았을 법한 상황인데 뭐 워낙에 손보라로도 운영을 잘해서
The new generation is 25. Ah. I mean, you know, depends on your perspectives. This 25 for me. That's in new generation territory.
네, 이렇게 되면은 좀 이제 바렐의 그런 좀 조합 선택이 좀 아쉽게 되긴 했죠. 그러니까 뭔가
Diamond Rising. I'll keep my eyes out, Muffo. I'll keep my eyes out.
이렇게 생각해 보면 리장 타워도 수라바서도 약간 바꾸는 게 낫지 않았을까 하는 장면들이 계속해서 좀 연출이 되고 있거든요.
네.
I mean, would you expect anything different, Chris? One Asian country and their views on another Asian country? What do you expect they are? Alright, wait, are Varel gonna take him to the dive map? Alright, let's get these threads up. Will there be a full hold? Will there be a full hold? Any team full hold, right? So if Falcons get full hold, it counts. If Varel get full hold, it counts. Okay? Will there be a full hold? Predictions up. And a ban from Varel. What are Falcons going to ban there? Do they just ban Winston? Do they care that much? They're going to ban Hazard, actually. Interesting. We always have a choice when you go to the dive maps, right? What's the more important piece to take away? Is it the Winston or is it the Ana? I think taking away the Ana feels like a reasonable one. You know, you take Fielder off Ana. You're not going to complain about that. You let Hanbin Diva, but maybe you just think you have a better matchup into the Diva, right? You can play either the Ball, maybe even the Doomfist if KSG is really feeling it. So yeah, seems a reasonable enough option from Varel, honestly. Could we see the Hanbinston? We certainly could. It's the Hanbinston does have a little bit of a precedent here, doesn't it? Alright, Varel's starting on the defense.
워낙 아나의 고통을
볼만해요.
받았다 보니까 가네요. 볼로.
We're not going to be seeing the Hambinston. We might.
어질어질하더라. 아,
He might just do it.
볼좀 쓰게 해줘.
It's a good map for it.
네.
근데 이게 볼을 지금
Varro actually rolling out. Their comp is real. They're out of spawn, right? So they're on Zen, Brig, Ball, Ash, and Tracer. We'll see what Falcons choose to do once they scout out the comp and see what they're up against. Now, Zen Brig, a greedy backline, right? But if they want to play Diva, actually Zen Brig into Diva, I don't hate it. The Brig can do a lot. Maybe a reasonable enough choice. The nature of Zen Brig is you have a lot of power, but you can also be squishy if you're not careful. So we need a lot of need our backline to play well. Maybe you always need your backline to play well in every map, but especially if you're playing Zen Brig, if one part falls, the rest will fall. And Falcons are pulling out the Zarya comp in response right now. Hanbin onto the high ground. It's Hanzo Genji. So now all of a sudden, the onus is not going to be on Hanbin to dive it. It's going to be on Proper to take the bubbles and get stuff done. They're backing up already. Stalker takes a little bit of space. Arrow's going out. Booped. Ooh. Scary for a second for Stalker, but he does manage to regroup with his team. And they've got the payload rolling during all of this here. Oh, and it's an easy opening pick. Easy opening pick for Stalker, and this is going to bust it wide open for him. Proper's going to hunt down the rest of that backline with that bubble. They're stalling out Cart for now, but Falcons will group up and they will clear that one all relatively easily. KSG will preserve his life, stay alive behind. Proper and Stalker are going to try and clear this out as best they can. They can't get the kill, but they can at least force him back for a little bit. Now, Proper will turn his attention forward, looking for his next bubble timing, looking for a squishy target. He knows he's Ash. The Ash is on the right, the Zen is on his left. He's going to get one bubble through. Orb onto Impact's coming his way. He forces him back right now. Payload moving this entire time, and they've dealt with the ball during all of this. Now the payload's going to keep rolling forward. They have to get the touch. Kuki is onto it, but it's not going to last very long. And a quick first point for Falcons. Thank you, Stainless, as well, for 13 months of a Tier 1. While we celebrate that, Falcons have cleaned up the rest of the kills as well. And the ult charge is coming tremendously slowly for Varro right now. Falcons, they have the Blade, they have Dragon Strike coming up next. And again, this Varro backline is going to be tested. Now, when you have the Rally, when you have the Transcendence, you've got decent ways to get yourself out of dodge. But until then, you could be in a spot of bother. A bit of a roll around and drive through. Body shot onto Cloud here. And now the dive in from Proper. He spots that opportunity. Stalker sets it up. Proper knocks it down. Now the blade onto the back line. No coach gun available for Nico. That'll be an easy one for Proper. They're stalling out or trying to kill the back. They're actually trying to trade the back line. They trade Fielder all of a sudden. Now Chio's going to rotate forward with the rest of his team. But no peel for Chio in all of this, remember. So there's an opening now for Varro if they can find it. Don't quite have the mines yet. Trying to get onto Chio right now. Slam will connect. Kuki's going to actually land the pulse bomb as well. Ray comes out from Chio. He is bubbled defensively too. And they're trying to clean up. They're trying to stay alive in this Ray. They've doubled down, but Fielder has the Rally. He's back from spawn, but Proper's caught out. They're rolling through still. They've killed Mimosa. But if Farrell just live now, they'll be okay. Rally push coming through. Dragon round the corner as well. Hanbin nearly has this grab, but Cloud has the Transcendence for it. He's going to get pressured early. They want to force it. Yeah, Transcendence has been forced. Now Hanbin has grab for afterwards. If he can live. Can he live? He gets the grab out. He's 1 HP. He will die in it. Can they find any kills? It's only Fielder trying to follow up on McGrath. He only gets 1 kill. And Falcons invested everything for that. Now Chio might get caught on the way out a little bit here. Stalker's going to have a hard time getting out of this one. A real hard time. Proper's still good for a trade, so they need to be careful not to trade too much Varro. And that was all of the ultimates pretty much traded, but now with the opportunity here for Varro to set up on the high ground, make all the crosses very difficult for Falcons. Especially when they've got a Zarya Juno Brig backline. They're trying to walk through top right now, clear some of this space. Kuki with pressure onto the Juno, hunting down, has a pulse bomb ready to go. Chio's down to half HP, trying to juke around in the sky, gets a pack from Fielder. Proper, meanwhile, was trying to zone the backline, and that backline has been pretty thoroughly zoned, actually, by Proper. Another bubble through, and oh, he's dropped a different way! The backline falls again for Varro, but they found trade kills. Trade kills are always going to be important here. If you keep trading on the defense, you've always got a chance. Hanbin dies, Fielder dies, and they just need to be careful now. Proper's low HP. Virus from the top rope actually connects here, but Proper gets pulled apart. And while the backline continues to struggle into these engages from Falcons, they're finding the trades, and Nico's going to come back. He catches Chio, and once again, Falcons struggling on the rotation.
바렐입니다.
그리고 팔콘이 좀 계속 애매한 타이밍에 잡혀서
네.
They want to go top left, but they have to wait for 5. KSG's going to try and harass him early in spawn here. Nico has overclock for the cross. You see Falcons actually take a bit of a step back here to try and make sure their backline is safe. Looking for this cross. Geo will get bubbled through. They both use that bubble in the end. So Falcons, part 1 of the cross successful. They now have support ults to throw onto point. One more bubble onto Proper. Pressure onto Nico. Forces him back. Varro are still 20% away from their support ults, which is a key timing. Ambit actually walked forward underneath. Mines and overclock come out. Fielder's going to try and shield up. They try and live in the room. Fielder's shielding both sides. For Ray to push back out. They catch Cloud. 9% short of Transcendence. And now they are threatening the cap. Can anyone touch? KSG will touch, but he is going to get focused down so quickly here. And they will clean up a point. Eventually able to find that rotation. And once they get there, they have the ults just in time. If they got that Transcendence, then they get the rally going off and there's maybe a chance to stabilize. But just short of these support ults. KSG is going to be swapping onto the Winston now. Another reasonable swap here. The problem is what Cloud wants to do now is probably go Ana with this, but he can't because Varro have banned it. So it might be a Juno swap from Cloud even after this as well, because Zembrig, not a lot of healing for the Winston. Stalker peeking around the corner now as Falcons push this car up to the corner for free. Dive and pulse bomb in, but Stalker sees that one coming off a mile off. KSG is going to jump in. He is in big trouble, though. He's all over them. Proper has pulled the blade to punish this Winston. Transcendence to save him, though. So 1-for-1 ult trade so far. Actually, no, they've invested the rally as well, Varro. They double support ulted for that. Now the dive onto the backline. Fielder is isolated. They catch him, and they do punish the backline. The Zen swap does feel greedy from Fielder here in all of this. If they're able to get the kills, KSG will clean up Stalker on the flank as well. And Varro have a chance to stabilize. Hanbin has the grav. Varro don't really have an answer because they double support ult in that previous fight. Some of the problem for Hanbin will be how much value can he find, because I think Hanbin can go forward with the grav, connect onto a squishy target, but KSG and Kuki, they're going to try and hit the backline. The dive comes in now. Falcons managed to keep everything in front of them though. Stalker's still got space. You can see they're trying to make this grab decision hard for Hanbin. No great options. Pushing into... Oh, he gets caught! I was going to say, pushing into really long sight lines where the Zen can do a lot. They catch Hanbin. No opportunity for that grab. They look for more kills. Fielder's half HP, but he has the pocket from Childer. From Chio. Just combine their names. KSG now has Primal for this next fight. Can get punished by this grab. Falcons have ult advantage. But again, if they trade kills, it still won't be enough for Falcons. Pulse bomb, one bubble is out. Dive and Primal onto the backline. Stalker is deep in the back. And actually, look at Mimosa go on the right-hand side. He was all the way in there. He's pushing the Widow out. Stalker's on the run. KSG will take a disengage from this Ray. He's going to stabilize above him as well. Hanbin is looking for that grab, but they're still so far away. But Mimosa, he tried to push Stalker in spawn. He doesn't get it. Dive onto the backline, and Stalker cleans up everyone who comes on him. And now Falcons have the ults to finish this. Stalker on the high ground. Grav and Transcendence ready to go. Cloud is still 10% short. They need time, Varro. They need to get to this Transcendence. 2.6 meters. Kuki's going to get grabbed and caught up. KSG is now on it. Cloud desperate for this Transcendence. 99% gets for Transcendence. Not in time to save KSG. Fielder has mirrored it. Nico slides in with the overclock, but Stalker uncontested at the back. Cloud is going to push. Gets his one. But Falcons finish the map. But we are into overtime, it should be said.
뭔가 꼬인다 싶었는데 결국에는 저 위도우 샷들로 해결을 해내네요.
Should be said. A decent bit of resistance on Varro for that one. Cloud always 10% short of Transcendence. Yeah. I mean, it's so scary, these timings. Because there's lots of things, like, lots of the big ults are really scary for you. Like, the Blade, the Grav, the Ray push, even the Rally push. You need no support ults, but I've just listed, like, 4 ults there, even the EMP when they're on EMP, right? And they only have 2 support ults to survive these situations. So in those situations, Cloud and Mimosa can really live. But they need to get through as many as possible. And what they need outside of that is they need KSG. They need their DPS to find them fight wins in other areas when they don't have no ults. They need to find them trades. And they did that a little bit on second. They did that a little bit on first. But really not enough overall. Now Falcons rolling out with a slightly different comp on the defense here. They will be on the Zen Juno still. but they're going to be running the Diva, Genji, Hanzo. So for Diva, a big swap here. Obviously, the Zarya on the defensive side of things can't go between high ground and low ground as easily. So hence the Diva swap here. So now we're going to see them playing the ball version again. I think we're going to see a lot of similar situations here in terms of how they played on Surabasa here, Falcons against the ball comp. Obviously, one thing that can help KSG in so many situations is there's no Anna to sleep in. That's a big help. And he's also got the Discord from Cloud, if Cloud can find that on their dives as well. For now, though, it will just be a forcing point game for Varel, try and get the cart underneath. KSG has taken 1 billion damage actually coming through, just barring a little bit. He gets caught by Hanbin, and this payload is going to stop for a while now, unless Nico can find something out of nothing. Hanbin's going to try and make sure that's not very easy for him, and Stalker, it's actually Stalker and Fielder finding all the picks. So sent straight back to spawn here. Throwing arrows down the channel. Falcons, comfortable control in this opening minute. KSG is going to try and roll underneath and set up behind. Again, you can see they're quite happy and keen to mark him as much as possible. Now he's taking a bit of attention though. Nika can walk up, but he walks straight into the Sonic arrow. Stalker didn't even know he was there already. Just let Sonic this choke in case they peek it. And then... what's going on? My mods are all at work at their real job. Should I just... someone tell me. Killing this guy? Trying to cast the game here. Oh, okay. Kill him? Alright, just kill him. Okay. Done. Dead. Come on. Alright, where were we? It feels like, to be fair, we've not missed all that much. It feels like they're stuck in roughly the same position here, Varel. Very slow on a lot of their ult charge. And Falcons are getting a little bit closer to all of theirs. They've got the cart at least underneath now as Stalker is going to peek it. Grouping up on the high ground. And now Varel, maybe a chance to rotate. They've got some pressure on the backline here. KSG has to be careful. They're still trying to just pull Falcons in different directions now. Try and find a way through. A little bit of pressure onto the high ground here. Fielder's really trying to keep that position, but I don't think he can. Now forced all the way back. KSG's going to roll through again. Pressure onto the backline. Doesn't catch anyone. Will roll through again. Pulse bomb goes wide from Cloud during all of that. They have been forced off the high ground now. Falcons have to concede a little bit of space. Stalker's going to keep vying for this position top right, though. And that allows Hanbin to get this kill top left. And 1 minute, 20 seconds left on the clock. Still no ults to speak of. Cloud's only just coming up right now. Falcons have the full ult bank. This is a desperate situation for Varel. Really hard. Their backline is on the low ground right now, but Hanbin is camping that. They have to be careful because they could just walk into a dragon here as well. You can see Stalker is considering lining it up. Sending arrows in that direction as well. Cloud has to be careful. They will swing out. No dragon coming their way. They get a bit of space. 50 seconds. Cloud is going to levitate his way up to this one. Discord now onto the Genji. Mines have been committed onto point. The cart is still quite far back as Stalker and Proper looking. Dragon will come through now on the rotation. Transcendence comes out from Cloud, keeps them alive, but they kill Nico through everything. Double support ult, not enough, but Varel have successfully taken control of server room. A player down, but a better position for their backline. But Falcons, they have Transcendence, they have Blade. They can just push this, but Stalker, he goes too early. He gets punished for it. Now the Transcendence Blade push comes in. Surely no escape here for Varel. Both their backline will fall, and it's looking good for the hold. They're going to hunt down KSG. They might even kill KSG late. If they kill KSG late, the touch is going to be really scuffed. But they can't actually kill KSG. Kuki is hiding underneath. I don't think Falcons know where he is right now. Oh, wait. They do. They do. They figured it out. Bob onto point now to buy him some time. Hanbin's going to Matrix out as they try and burn it. KSG is back in the fight right now. Hanbin is 1 HP, but he has the self-destruct. But he doesn't want to use it unless he really has to. Now he has to. Self-destruct drops onto point. Fielder's going to kill Mimosa while that self-destruct forces him to DP. Proper's taking care of the angle. And Falcons just in complete control the entire time. And that'll be Falcons closing out the full hold, closing out the 3-0. Both Japanese teams falling in back-to-back series today.
아 오늘 바렐이 준비해온 전략이 좀 안 통했어요. 예, 선수들 개개인의 뭐 피지컬이 보이는 장면들은
So, we're going to be a full hold?
결국
Yes.
리장
Complete prediction.
타워에서 사이드의
Yes.
갱키를 막지 못했고 거기에서 파라벤을 쓰다 보니까 수라바사에서도 결국 솜트로 상대 디바에 좀
Can I unperma that guy? I actually don't know what the link was. Was it worth a perma or not?
이제 레킹볼 우리 레킹볼 조금 더 공격적으로 쓰고 싶어였는데
When people are not perma worthy, to be honest, it was kind of funny. I mean, it's no, okay. It's just obviously for those who don't know, my mods are all full-grown people with jobs. So I'm on Thursday and Friday especially. I'm kind of running it solo. So when people just post links and there's a bit of reaction in chat, it's like I'm a bit more of a shoot first, ask questions later type guy. So we can unperma him though.
자, 일단 이번 경기 프로팀 확인해보겠습니다.
Where is he?
잘하긴 했는데 딜러 두 명이 오늘 뭐 항상 그랬지만
예.
오늘도 좀 잘해줘가지고 둘중 하나
Let's see. How do I unban? Unban. There we go.
벤지로 또 좋은 활약을
He's been
펼친
resurrected.
선수가 또 받았네요.
그렇습니다. 지금 팔콘 같은 경우는 아시아에서 이 세계 무대가 사실 본인들의 좀 둥지 같은 느낌이 있는데
Wait, I need to ban him again? Okay.
컸네요.
You don't have to ask me twice. There's more bullets in the gun.
타워에서는 겐지 그리고 수라바사에서 소전이 네, 수라바사에서 오버클럭이 없는데도 나노가
Alright.
앞으로 들어와가지고 막
Oh, sorry. I've seen you ask. I got distracted by all the murdering I was doing, Senor. Sorry. Thoughts on Transcendence in 2025? Usually just a rip it to save. Someone doesn't feel impactful as it was years ago. Yeah, I mean, inevitably Transcendence is mostly used as just a... We use this ult to counter other ults, right? Like, compared... Similar to Beat. Beat's used a lot of times that way, but I think Beat can also be very successful at pushing opponents with Beat. Whereas I feel like Transcendence is a little bit harder to do it, We did see one example there at the end from Fielder and Proper with that Transcendence Blade, where they realise they have ult advantage. Like this one right here. Oh, thank you, production. On screen just in time. Where they realise they have the ult advantage, they can push with it. But those situations are kind of rarer. Generally, why you're playing Zen is more just for the Discord value and the damage value, more than anything else.
그냥 평소 대하던 것처럼 준비했던 것 같아요.
코리아 끝나고 사실 아시아까지 좀 시간이 그렇게 많진 않았는데 좀 뭐 어떻게 보내셨나요?
저희가 일단 저번 코리아에서 아쉽게 떨어져가지고 그거에 대한 살짝 학습을 좀 하면서
네.
이번 아시아에는 그런 실수를 절대 안 하도록 노력했던 것 같아요. 열심히 준비했던 것 같아요.
그럼 혹시 어떤
Ooh,
부분에 좀
what do I think? I mean, it's a big question. What do I think separates Korean teams
일단은
from most
저희가
others? A lot of it is player quality. A lot of it is big player quality. I think we've seen this over the course of Overwatch's entire history, that the Korean players, they're just better for the most part, right? So, a lot of this is just player quality. Like, when we're seeing this, right? Like, what map should Varel have picked? What map should Vortex Wolf should have picked? What comp matchup should they have forced? It kind of doesn't matter, right? Because the player quality is so, or the difference in player quality, I should say, is so big. They just can't close it. Yeah, I mean, it's almost kind of a meme at this point, but it's also certainly true.
누구지 알것 같아요 벌써.
라쿤이지 않을까.
이유나 거우나 둘이
I think some of that, I mean, it comes from, some of it is player pool, some of it is practice environment to a certain degree, But I think, like, for example, when we had Overwatch League, I think when Overwatch League existed, what we had is a huge amount of the top Korean players were actually living and playing in America because of where so many of the organizations were based. And I think, if anything, I look at a lot of the players who had those years in Overwatch League and had that experience of just playing day in, day out against some of the top Korean players, 100% helped them improve a lot faster, right? Whenever you're looking to improve, it's the better the practice environment, the better your chances are to improve. And that probably helped close the gap again, but I mean, as we saw last year, I think at a lot of the international events, there's still a gap, right? There's still a gap.
좋은 모습을 보여주셨는데 오늘 좀 어떤 영웅을 특히 잘했다라고 생각을 하세요?
오늘 소전 좀 나쁘지 않았던 것 같아요.
Was this the last game? There's one more. There is Zeta Division versus MFC. I think I've remembered it right this time.
명장면은
네.
I have.
그리고 마침 이제
They're actually
소라가
talking to
아,
proper
저희가
for ages, aren't they?
아,
화면에
예,
안
그거,
잡혀서
예.
티모 선수 비트 캔슬 당한 이유를 혹시 아시나요?
저 그 앞에서 봤어요.
그거
네네.
어떻게 됐죠?
바티에서. 네. 뭐 그 비트 쓰고 하다 해가지고 했는데
네.
갑자기 그 앞에 상대 루슈한테 ปุ๊ 당해가지고 왼쪽에 떨어지더라고요.
빈
그래서
거였네요.
보면서 그래서 보면서 와 이거 에이젝스다.
또 이제 저희가 생생한 1년
Who they got to hit scan? I presume because they have Niang and Color Hex as well, right? So will they just both DPS?
했던 것 같은데 그냥 웃기만 했던 것 같아요.
That would be my
Ah,
assumption at
ah.
least. I don't know if they've said
예전에
officially, but that would be
거기
my
슈퍼
assumption.
선수도 낙사
네.
있어가지고
Niang Color Hex? I
파라로.
mean, that's a really fine DPS line, actually, no?
있었던 것 같아요.
네. 자 그리고 이제 프로포 선수 역시도 좀 이제 우승에 대한 좀 열망을 드러내셨는데 이번 아시아를 좀 준비하시는
Any particular team you wish you could have a sneak peek into their coaching and practices? I mean, the Korean teams are always inherently more interesting just because
저번에
I've had, I guess, the privilege of working with a lot of the best Western coaches. So I think there's like, I already sort of have an inside track on some of those. But, you know, there's always an element. So you never know how teams actually function on the inside. So, and look into something like, I think Crazy Raccoons would be an interesting one in particular. I feel like the dynamic they have, because the dynamic from the outside is very much that Moon is the cultural leader, and Kong is like the nitty gritty guy. He's the tactician, the actual Overwatch guy. So watching that sort of happen, maybe particularly, you know, like the preparation, then going into match day. You know, when Goomba talked about working with Moon back on Valiant back in the day, he said he thinks he could lead the free world. So that's a mighty big endorsement from someone like Goomba, who's worked with so many people over the years. I think Pavan operates mostly more as like a general manager. Like I think he helps out with team stuff where he can, but I think for the most part, Pavan is probably more of a general manager than anything else. Yeah, I don't know what his technical job title is, so sorry if I've misconstrued that, but something like that.
두 팀만 좀 뭔가 서로 그러고 있는데 제타의 생각도 좀 들어보고 싶거든요.
Now for the real match to start, says Johnny. This is the one everyone was hyped for, right? This is the one everyone was hyped for. I always forget we have that nitty-gritty emote. You know, can I confess something to you, chat? I dropped the ball on Uncoachable. So for those who don't know, so it's not, so you know we do the draft of the week. Did anyone watch the episode with Cap? Thanks, Confessor. Are you ready to hear my sins, Father? So you know we do the draft of the week. So I did the plan for Uncoachable the same day, right? And I was going through trying to think what were the worst drafts from the last few weeks, right? Because it's been a while since we've recorded. And you know who I forgot? I forgot Rush. Rush actually gets away with it. Rush actually got away with his draft in the lower bracket. How? I mean, in my defense, we recorded Monday, so I was super tired. That's my cope. I was super tired, and I did it like 2 hours before we recorded. But, I mean, there were also, to be fair, I think even if Rush was in, he doesn't win Draft of the Week, because there were some pretty big contenders in all of it. When does the next match start? 10 minutes it says, 10 minutes. When's the next episode? So it's coming out on Patreon after the stream today. So that could actually be very soon given how these games have gone so far. And it's coming out fully on YouTube, on Spotify, everywhere like that next week. No quiz. Only the quiz for special occasions now. We've restricted it, you know. Sometimes you can have too much of a good thing. Sorry, Quiz says. Look, I'm with you guys. Look at my shirt. Look at my shirt. What does it say? Like cocaine? Exactly, Red Eyes. Yeah. We can time out Chris. What am I doing? /user Chris CF. There we go. Where is he? Timeout. All right, he's timed out, chat. He's timed out. Controversial opinion, I know, but worst draft of the week is way better than the quiz. I mean, I agree, Stainless. I think the quiz, the problem is, like did I ever tell you guys the original inspiration for the quiz? It was Chris's idea, and the inspiration was from Ben Foster's podcast. I don't know if anyone here watches maybe any of Ben Foster's YouTube content or his podcast. For those who don't know, Ben Foster is a former professional footballer. He used to play for Man United, Watford, a slew of other teams as well. He's made appearances for England. And basically, as he got closer to his retirement, he started making a podcast where he has, football guests. And every week they do a quiz. And Chris loved a quiz on Ben Foster's podcast. So he was like really keen for it. But the problem is, with Overwatch compared to football, Overwatch doesn't have the same depth of trivia. Right? Doesn't have the same depth of trivia and facts. Was he a keeper? Yeah, he was a goalkeeper. One of the cool things he did when he first started his channel... one of the cool things he did when he first started his channel is he used to take like a GoPro and he would play his Premier League match or whatever game he was playing, right? And then you'd have the goal. Let me use a different colour. You'd have the goal, and then he would put his webcam, there's like the net at the back, which sort of like comes down here. He'd put his webcam in his like GoPro in the corner, and he'd record the game from that POV. And then he would upload like his thoughts on the game, combined with highlights from like a behind the camera goal, or behind the goal camera, I should say. So he did lots of that stuff at the start, which was really cool. And he also did a quiz. But football has been around for a while. There's so many games in so many countries across the world. There's always so much to lean on. Whereas I don't think Overwatch has the same depth, So I think it's run its course for now, But we'll still bring it back for like special episodes, maybe like end of year episodes, stuff like that, and then we'll make like a good version of it. All right, let me try and fix because it died a little bit during the last one. Let's see, where am I going? Twitch. All right, now see you guys looking at yourselves. Which one's it? Overwatch Esports Soup. Can I get it back? There we go. And we're back. Sorry to hold up the mirror to you like that. Yeah. I had to change the scene and change it back. Ooh. Sorry. Bert asks, I'm confused on the format. Why are we watching Asia again if we had playoffs not even a couple of days ago? So those were the Korea playoffs. The Korea playoffs qualify you for the Asia playoffs, which is a combination of these top 4 Korean teams that we saw, Japanese teams, the Pacific teams, and they're all going to play off again, essentially. And then the top 2 from this is the qualified to China tournament. This one. What's the question? Sorry, I locked out for a second. I thought it was MFC was playing Falcons first. Yeah, I swear I saw it because that's what I originally thought was here as well, but it seems to have changed. Just tuned in. Were any of the maps remotely close? The closest we got was probably the Havana, right? Vortex Wolf against Crazy Raccoon, because Vortex Wolf, I think, captured 2 points there. That's as close as we got, though. Alright, how long do we have? Do we have time? Oh, you've got loads of time. Alright, let me drop an advert then, and then I'll go to the toilet, and then we can we can go from there, right? Wait, if I cut the VOD... Wait, did I do my job? not done my job. Let's cut the VOD and then I'll do that. Let me pretend to do my job for a second, chat. Hold on. So yeah, if you missed any of the action, if you really want to go back, you can go watch these on YouTube. If you want to if you just want to go back and watch that Chio Ajax again, we'll get that one uploaded, of course. All right, Team Falcon versus Varel. All right. Create, upload that in the background. Let's top up my water, and we can go from there. All right, be right back, chat. Talk amongst yourselves. No more ads for you, of course not, Polix. You get to spend the time with chat.
Launching the all-new XL2566X Plus, which uses the newly developed Fast TN panel and upgraded DIAC2 technology. This monitor has inherited the XLX monitor stand design. It has incorporated industrial-grade bearings into the height adjustment mechanism, allowing easier and smoother adjustment to the exact desired height. The new monitor series continue to evolve, refining details to ensure players can perform their best consistently in games.
네, 2025 OWCS 아시아 스테이지 1 1일차 함께하고 계십니다. 이제 오늘의 세 번째 경기 MFC와 제타 디비전의 경기가 준비되고 있습니다. 앞선 두 경기 같은 경우에는 코리아 지역 팀들이 각각 3대0으로 좀 승리를 가져간 상황에서 과연 MFC가 좀 코리아 팀들에게 한 방 먹여줄 수 있을지가 포인트가 될 것 같습니다.
네, 이제 퍼시픽 지역 2위 팀이고요. 로마니 선수가 이제 미국 국적, 그리고 양 선수가 한국 국적이고 나머지 선수들 대부분 호주 국적을 보유하고 있는 팀입니다.
네, 어떻게 보면 색깔이 굉장히 좀 독특한 팀이죠. 프로그 선수가 좀 개인 방송을 좀 유명하게 크게 하고 있는데 이 선수의 플레이 스타일로부터 좀 비롯되는 그들만의 톡톡 튀는 어찌 보면 창의적인 플레이가 꽤나 재밌는 팀입니다.
네, 그러니까 루시우가 고정이라고 보시면 돼요. 네, 프로거 선수가 아마 닉네임만 봐도 아실 거예요. 닉네임에 프로그가 들어간다. 거의 이제 루시우만 하는 선수들인 경우가 많아가지고 프로거 선수가 루시우 메인인 만큼 루시우 위주로 경기를 펼칠 텐데 제타의 단단함을 과연 루시오가 있을지 이 부분도
Drops should be
재밌게
enabled.
봤을 것 같습니다.
루시우 하면
I have them turned on.
한
And they should turn on the OWCS drops for me.
그렇죠.
They said I should get it all season, so hopefully there should be some kind of notification at the top that confirms it.
근데 뭐 루시우 말고 그냥 뭐 이전에 나왔던 것처럼 뭐 다른 팀들처럼
No way he said that, Pepe. Because it's not true. You see it in the list of drops? Perfect then. Yes, it is on as planned then.
프로그 선수를 좀 집중적으로 언급을 드리고 있긴 한데 그래도 오버워치 스포츠를 좀 오래 보시는
Where am I going?
분들에게만
I see YouTube chat as well.
분들이 뭐 컬렉스 선수라든가 양 선수라든가 이 두 선수가 있지 않겠습니까? 컬렉스 선수 같은 경우
You get progress? Beautiful. There we go.
양 선수는 또 이제 저희가 예전에 이제 한국 지역에
I remember YouTube chat exists.
꽤나 인상 깊은 히트 스캔 운영 능력을 보여줬었거든요.
Lots of people anticipating a violent downfall to Frogger. But people want to believe. But people want to believe.
또 말씀하신 대로 오버워치 리그 보신 분들이라면 컬러엑스가 아직도 대회에 있어 하시는 분들도 아마 계시지 않을까 싶은데.
Do you have any idea where the partner cosmetics are yet? No. And I will say that this is all, I guess, to schedule. Like all the partner teams knew that it was going to be a while before the cosmetics came out. So, wow, there's no news. I think all of this was planned. Frogger is going to Ajax at least twice.
그렇죠.
Need your SSG skins as soon as possible. Same.
어쩔 수 없어요. 저도 약간
Here's one. Varro's got this from YouTube chat. Varro's gotten so much better than prior years. I hope our pro team gets even better and stronger as we fight other regions. Assuming we don't get out of Asia playoff for a while. Yeah, I mean this is the hope, right? Is that eventually Japan seems to be, I guess, one of the healthier scenes out of the smaller scenes. That there is an eventual, there's some sort of closing of the gap eventually. It's obviously a long way. Europe and North America have been trying for a while. Do we do a who wins map 1 out of respect? Who wins? Who wins map 1? Zeta Division. MFC. We put plenty of time on that. Ooh.
대부분 아나 루시우예요.
그렇습니다. 확실히 좀 색깔이 아주 확고한 팀이라고 생각을 해주시면 될 것 같고 또 이제 이들을 상대하는 제타 리브.
Farrell been saying that for 4 years.
베르나르, 바이올렛, 피니.
I know. It's a long way to close the gap to Korea. They're sort of Japan aren't saying that's just Western propaganda. I don't know. I mean, we'll see if they close the gap, but I mean, realistically, no one has proven they can close the gap on Korea in all this time. So don't think it's possible. Hopefully, there's a chance that like the Esports World Cup or something, for some of these teams to get the opportunity to represent their region on a bigger stage and all of that. But we'll wait and see.
그러기 위해선 또 이제 플로라 선수 요즘 폼 너무 좋잖아요.
네. 그러니까 제타가 아쉽게도 창단 첫 우승은 조금 미뤘어요.
네.
하지만 이 팀에게도 이제 우승 말고도 처음으로 좀 그런 이제
TM took a map in Stockholm. Yeah, but the problem for the Japanese teams is they don't need to take a map. They need to take multiple series. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Peace asks, have I been watching many of the FPL? Little bits. I watched a bit. What day was it? Maybe it was Tuesday. I watched a bit. I was watching like I think it was like Lethal stream I was watching on. It seems really fun. I mean, every player I've spoken to about it has had nothing but praise really in terms of like the quality of the games. Super good. I know there's been some grumblings that there's maybe too many players in it. Now you're seeing a bit of a skill drop off there, so I think that's probably reasonable. I think is it 170 players in for each region for North American EMEA? That's probably too many. Zeta Division have banned Lucio. Actually, I can hear the cries. I can hear the cries across the world as the people are denied what they want. Zeta Division shaking in their boots. They were not willing to take this one.
제타가 날 인정했다 하고 어차피 걔는 여자라는 게 있기 때문에
actually so scared of the potential because while Zeta Division they might not lose the series, maybe what they're worried about is the mental damage it could inflict if Frogger was to put Violet in a box. So they are playing it safe. Wait, hold on, Pollux. What's this? Is this like I don't know what you'd call it. Like an Australian patriotism cry? Australians, all let us rejoice, for we are young and free, with golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is girt by the sea, our land abounds in nature's gift of beauty, rich and rare in history's page. Let every stage advance Australia fair. Is this like from it's the national anthem? Alright. Well, they need all the support they can possibly get to overcome Zeta Division here. Alright, predictions closed. There are 4% of people who believe. 4%. And it is no surprise to see that we're getting some Junker Queen out here. Zeta Division may be running something a little bit more standard that we saw them run a lot in Korea last week. Color Hex though is on the Junkrat. MFC, one way to upset a big dog is with some curveballs. And Color Hex is trying to curl this one in right now. He's actually gone a split flank here. Color Hex is on. Oh, he's on the big one. Double bomb rollout. He's above Alpha Yi. Alpha Yi doesn't know, but Color Hex is missing. He's missing. He gets him in the end, and Color Hex regroups with the team. They were not ready for the curveball from Coast, and Color Hex has found the opening. It wasn't pretty, but if it works, it works. And MFC, they concede the first flip, but they are right back on this point. And they're going to get the second kill on Flora. They've lost Color Hex. Their shining star. They've not quite got the flip yet either. Alpha Yi is low again. They're trying to force him back. Oh, they don't get the flip off of that. Brutal. Now, Banara's going to get all over Niang right now. Force him backwards. And MFC, they're going to have to regroup. But they've actually got a faster Nano coming up here. Violet a little bit... Oh, he's knifed in. Violet's gone. He was worried. He thought Lucio would be the problem. He's got all sorts of problems to worry about. Color Hex is threatening from underneath. Another dive in as well, and Yang's going to finish that one with Romani, and the Junker Queen's making it work right now, but Aki needs a whole lot of help in the back. He can't get it. But they're cleaning up still. Pressure onto Thin Coast as well. He's going to try and run out. Color Hex is trying to catch him. Barrage turn from Alpha Yi. Shout comes out in response. It's a 1-for-1 trade. What was Alpha Yi thinking? Frogger dies, and they might trade their way back into this. Romani has to slow it down. He needs his supports. He's 10 HP. Violet is hunting him back. Revenge. Revenge for the barrage. And Zeta Division get themselves back onto point. Sleep dart onto Violet. I don't think there's any follow-up, though. Nade will come through. But they've got the cover. And Zeta Division will hold. MFC. Approaching last fight territory now. They're going to have the Rally the Rampage. Nearly a Riptire to throw into all of this as well. See if Color Hex is doing the same push from underneath. Looks like he might not be this time. Nade on the choke, catches Frog at 1 HP. Survives with a bit of sliver. Doesn't have to use the rally either. Good discipline from Frogger. Now swinging onto point. Trying to get Niang an opportunity. Rally has been used by Frogger. Bash onto it. Nade comes through. Bernard's also been caught. Sleep is good onto Romani. He can't finish that. Violet, is he bleeding to death? No, he lives. Violet gets away. The sleep is just enough. Now this Farret is all over the backline. Frogger has no shield left. Here comes the Diva. No hope for the MFC backline in all of this. They are going to get shredded down. Niang has found a trade on point though, but they need more. Now I think it's just Niang. He's 1 HP. His recall has been forced. And Zeta Division will secure map 1. Not 100 to own, that's a win. Well, they caught him off guard with a Junkrat flank. It's not over yet. Thank you, Cinnabar.
Bellow.
Bellow indeed. Might be the best match of the season. I mean, this is even without the Lucio pick. We're going to go over to City Centre now. Color Hex. What's the pick this time? But Junkrat was the curveball on Gardens.
기대도 됩니까, 컬렉스?
충분히.
Is Widow the curveball? Is he going to do it? Is he just going to roll out Coast? Are they going to be ready for this?
예.
I mean, the Widow matches up nicely against the Pharah and the Sojin. The only real question is, can they keep him alive through the Diva? Alfie's going to take a body shot. There we go. Body shot Bandit. Straight in. Color Hex with the opening pick once again. Anticipating a flank potentially on his left-hand side. Flora's going to swing him. D-peak from Color Hex. Color Hex now needs to be careful. They know where he is, so that Diva could be coming his direction. Romani is trying to clear a bit of space on point here. Threatens the backline, but the Widow is caught. 4v4 situation. Banara's awfully deep here with Finn, so very split formation from Zeta Division. Two different groups trying to deal with things. Niang slides out, but he actually slides into more trouble. I don't know where Niang was going with that one. Sets up an easy kill in the end. And Zeta Division, again after Color Hex's opening pick, they can't convert. Alfie will be going over onto the Genji now. Flora's killed Color Hex in spawn. They'll have time to regroup with him. They're trying to play a Bap Brig Sojin here. So just as durable a backline as they can. Should match up pretty nicely into the Diva. Color Hex remaining on the Widow. Double hit scan on the retake. And Romani's got a knife kill again. Deja vu just like Gardens. He's caught Flora. The skipper is down. And MFC, they're going to walk onto point. Scared of a dive behind him right now. Alfie's going to be forced back as well. Slash comes through. Catches Alfie actually as well. And Niang with the slide and the catch. He will get punished for it. They're trying to force Foe onto point. Banara's just going to try and slow this down. Keep it contested. Lamp comes out onto Romani to keep him alive. And Color Hex catches Finn. They were so close in that Ray. Another nade onto Romani. Swing on the left-hand side from Flora here. Trying to bully him out. But Color Hex has space and time now. Look at this. Banara's stuck fighting the front line, keeping point contested. But Nano comes out now. Double Nano and Violet gets the kill onto the Widow. Sleep is good. And Violet's going to hit everything with this one. Gets a bit of a body block here as well. Will help him finish up the kill. And they convert that early Nano advantage here, Zeta Division. And now a chance to go to spawn. Flora is emoting in the spawn. He has the overclock. What is his plan? There's a Widow in spawn. Flora, what's the exit strategy? Frogger's trying to walk on him. Disruptor shot forces him back. Color Hex with the wide swing. Flora is not scared. He's face checking them in spawn. Slide through from Niang, but Flora, he's good for it. They wanted the Diva bomb. Flora was the bait. The lamp is used by Aki, so they all survive that. Knife comes out. Banara's actually 1 HP after this. Remember, he used the bomb to try and kill him in spawn, so he doesn't have mech. Double pocket coming through. 9% and they have to start walking. They kill the baby Diva. Rally is going right now. Ray in response from Finn. They've got the overclock as well. Slide onto Color Hex. Flora shuts that one down. He's got Aki separated and alone on point. Flora gets the kill. Niang has one more. Frogger and Niang are still on point right now, but Flora, he's just not missing today. Another rail to take him down, and it is all on Frogger. He's hiding in the room, but a disruptor shot's in there. And Zeta Division will close it out 2-0.
제가 봤을 때 가장 고통받았던 건 알파이. 알파이 선수의 죄는 아니었지만 알파이를 그렇죠. 이상한 데서 정클에 튀어나오고
Alright. Alright, 4% of people not rewarded for that one.
단단한 탱일과 최근에 정말 폼이 오를 대로 오른 플로라 선수가 깔끔하게 승리를 쟁취했습니다.
그렇습니다. 좀 반대로 MFC의 어떤 독특한 매력을 좀 엿볼 수 있는 오아시스가 아니었나 싶어요.
They've used their Lucio ban, it's over. Classic Zeta Division. Just hero ban merchants. People are believing in the coffin, baby.
네, 그렇죠.
정클에서는 진짜 새로웠습니다.
자, 과연 두 번째 세트 이제 루시오도
Lots of first picks. I mean, Color Hex threw them curveballs. Took him a while to answer it.
저희는 잠시 쉬었다가 이 양 팀의 두 번째 세트 확인해 보겠습니다.
All in on MFC. Should we do a full hold, Pred? Like, congrats, Flora. You're farming streamers and a guy with a broken wrist. Wow. These guys fucking suck. You're not wrong, Kelsey. They can't handle you right now. They can't handle you now. Now they can't ban Lucio anymore. They're going to come for you next. They're going to ban the Junkrat of a Widow. They're not scared. Flora won't take the Widow duel. You've got them right where you want them. My goal is to get Junkrat banned by map 3. Alpha Yi was none the wiser when that pick came in. Such a quick map, they can fit everything in. Well, it's alright. Map 2, MFC's choice of bans. Lucio is off the cards now as a ban option for Zeta Division. So what do they go? A Junkrat map? A Widow map? What do they lean into? Something good for Junker Queen, right? Maybe the best path through is actually to bully the Junker Queen into relevance. Maybe like a... What's the most annoying for Junker Queen? Even just like a new Junk City and ban Orisa or something. If you think about it, it was just a mirror. A ground versus Airfarer. A Zarya ban? Ban Zarya? Possibly, yeah. I guess for maybe some of the problem is they could go both directions, right? Like if you ban Zarya, they go Orisa. If you ban Orisa, they go Zarya type thing. Can they ban Koreans? No. Unfortunately not. I feel like that would be broken in this meta. This, what is it now? It's a 9-year-long meta we've had where Koreans are overpowered. Nah, so it's been a long meta, guys. Violet should go Zen. You don't think he'll take for Lucio? I feel like... Do you feel like the pressure from the people has got to Violet? They don't want to take him on. They're trying to protect Violet. Because let's say Zeta Division win the series, right? Zeta Division win the series. But what if Violet gets shown up by Frogger? Does the mental damage ruin the rest of Zeta Division's chance at LAN? Right? The mental damage, even if they win the series, the mental damage could be too much. Timmy Choo Choo still believes.
노림수는 나쁘지 않았거든요. 루시우 벤다 상황에서 그러면 로마니가 퀸을 잘하니까.
Zen is your favorite hero and you miss Violet Flex support, him being the best Zen in the world. I mean, he was so good. Like back then, when he was at like, I guess true peak, unplayable.
문제는 이제 그렇게 좀 가냘픈 약간
I still remember, I think it must have been season 4 when we first started scrimming with London. It was when it was on OPR, which is like a private practice realm. I think I'm probably told this story before. But on the private practice realm, everyone has accounts, and your accounts are just like London 001, etc, etc, right? So we're playing against the San Francisco Shock. And what you do when everyone's on these accounts is you figure out which players are which number, so you can see what roster teams are using on all the maps, right? So we'd figured out the numbers for everyone. You know, we knew that. I think Violet was like 27, I want to say. And then we go and play Gibraltar against Shock. And Shock have 27 on DPS. And we're like, is Violet playing DPS? Are they taking the piss out of us? Do they not respect us as opponents? Is Violet playing DPS? And then Violet comes in, he plays Cass, and he absolutely destroys us. He's like unplayable. Like having to like fact check. Fact check it's definitely Violet because he was unplayable on Cass. They kept nanoing him. And there was nothing we could do. And then it gets to the actual matches, and we're like, was Shock just taking a piss out of us? Or is it legitimate? And then Violet loads into like Dorado and Gibraltar playing Cass, and then he just fucking ruins everyone. I'm like, yeah, he's just that good. He's just actually that good, unfortunately. New Junk City? Well, I think they want to force the Junker Queen, right? So what we were thinking like Zarya or Orisa ban or something, right?
번 기회를 내줬을 때 3점까지도 밀 수 있는 운영.
Initial ban from MFC. It's going to be a diva ban actually. Okay.
코리아를 봤는데 디바 밴하면 너네
Obviously this protects for Junker Queen as well, right? New Preds. Yeah, should we do a 3-0 Pred?
일단 퀸은 밴 못하거든요.
Start prediction. Will it be a 3-0 on New York City? Yes or no? 30 minutes on the clock. Tracer ban in response from Zeta Division. Okay. No Junkrat ban though. So Color Hex's quest goes on. Which implies he might be rolling out Junkrat here.
그렇죠. 서로 빵긋 웃을 수도 있는 밴이 오고 가고 있는 것 같은데 일단 조합부터.
They want a brawl comp. Yeah, to be fair, I think, you know, like, for those who don't know, MFC are very much a pretty Junker Queen heavy team. I think it'd be fair to say. Junker Queen heavy team. So they want to try and enable that matchup. So I expect them to probably try and protect ban tank a lot. So, home turf advantage as well, of course. Can't underestimate the home turf advantage. Could they do it on a scorching hot day on New Junk City? Let's see. What's this Mimosa tweet? Let's see. Is this the Ajax? Oh, it's just a replay from the stream. For those who didn't see. Off the edge. What does it say? When I download Shio and used Ajax, the proper boss got angry and beat me up. He was beaten up. Yeah. Mimosa did Ajax in the very next fight, so Does the pred count as yes if, brackets when, MFC wins 3-0? Yes, Plametra. It's a 3-0 for either team. So, if you don't think MFC can do it, and you anticipate a 3-0, you predict yes. If you are a true MFC believer and you predict for 3-0, you predict yes. If you think there'll be a few trades here and there, then you gotta go no.
그 로고에 얽힌 MFC의 로고에 얽힌 비밀을 제가 하나 알고 있는데 그걸 풀면은 좀 슬퍼질 수 있을 것 같아서 그냥 여러분 그런 게 있다 정도로 좀 언급을 드리도록 하겠습니다.
And that's what I was going for the football pundit on YouTube chat. I see. That's what I was going for. Yeah, I think it worked okay. Thank you for the grind, enjoying since over season 2. I'm glad you've been enjoying it, June. We're going to keep doing it all year. I'll take a brief recess to get wed. But we'll be doing it all year. Lots of content still to come.
저도 약간 좀 갈 뻔했다가 한번 그 맵 콜 실수하고 나서 정신 차리고 있습니다.
MFC 이거 퍼시픽 올라온 팀이고요.
No marriage co-stream? No. We're having an offline ceremony. And so no stream. Not getting married at the China LAN, no. I'm getting married after the China LAN. Is the marriage on LAN? Yeah, it is. Yeah, the marriage is on LAN. How many donos to stream it? There's no number. It'll be a special day. Just me, my fiance, family, and loved ones. Can we get a VOD at least? There's no group stage before the wedding, no. Is Backbone loved ones? Yeah! Yeah, all the like the London core are invited.
정말 많았고 경기력이 괜찮았어서 많은 분들이 실제로 좀 기대하고 계시거든요.
사실 퍼시픽 지역에
No show match, no.
분들에게 기대를 거시는 분들이 정말 많았던 걸로 기억을 하거든요.
I'm hoping zero elimination wedding, right? I think nobody should be eliminated.
이제 우리가 그래 솔직히 한국은 잘하더라. 근데 너네보단 우리가 강하다 이런 자존심 대결도 좀 있거든요.
네. 이제 좀 쌓이다 보니까 약간은 퍼시픽 지역으로 손을 들어주고 있는데.
What are the bans for the wedding? Yeah, I guess the ban is Twitch chat. Twitch chat is banned.
지역의 오버워치에 대한 관심도가 많이 올라가서 새로운 인재들도 계속 발굴될 수 있는 환경이고 실제로 이제 바렐이라는 좀 든든한 스폰서도 있고 하다 보니까
Marbles for who gets instead of doing the bouquet over the shoulder, we do a marbles race to see who gets married next.
야, 깜짝깜짝 놀랍니다 볼 때마다. 뭐 심심치 않게 10,000명을 찍어요.
네. 게다가 뭐 일본
Still lost in the post? You gotta talk to Royal Mail about that one, San. I'm sure it's on its way.
예.
일본 지역에 또 오버워치 리거도 있었잖아요, 타이어 선수.
아, 그렇죠.
네, 그래서 일본도 오버워치를 굉장히 좀 오래 한 국가예요.
Any chance of an Ajax? I hope not. People asking for predictions as well? I don't think so. I think it's pretty locked in that will be a yes.
자, 이제 양 팀의 경기 준비 모두 시작합니다. MFC와 제타입니다. 두 번째 세트.
What's that on the bottom right of the screen? That's an advertisement for if you want the rainy day tracer skin. You can get it right now, anywhere between now and the 9th of March when it ends. If you gift 2 subs or a tier 1 plus a gift to a Overwatch streamer, you get yourself a rainy day tracer skin in your inventory. So if you want that, right now you can get it if you want. All right. Color hex. Unwavering. Unwavering. And we are going to get the Orisa. Yeah, we thought maybe there was a chance that maybe the Orisa would have been a better ban. Wait, is Bernard going to take the mirror? He's going to take the mirror? Alright, Zeta Division. They won't mirror the Junkrat. They won't mirror the Junkrat. They don't have the balls. But they'll mirror everything else. Color Hex on a quest to get Junkrat banned in this series. Spam going out. Just fishing for any free damage. Swing from Flora on the flank right now. Opportunity, Niang finds it. Oh, but Flora with the collateral. Oh, Jesus Christ. Flora's just killed 3 in the blink of an eye. And just when it looked like Niang had found him the key opening pick, the captain stands strong. That's why he's the skipper. I mean, you can't argue with the results, can you? And now, oh, Color Hex onto the Mei. A better matchup into the Genji. But Color Hex just can't keep his head on his shoulders right now. Poking aggressively in spawn right now. Finn with a Kitsune rush advantage. MFC are pinned back. They're going to have to battle their way out in this long corridor. Flora has full rail. Disruptor shot and a swing. Body shot into Color Hex. Forces him back. Or onto Niang, rather. Now trying to walk up. Finn has Kitsune Rush. Aki nearly has one of his own. Frogger has the quicker beat. Frogger has the quicker beat. Kitsune Rush trade will come in now. Frogger looking for the beat opportunity. Beat will come down. Beat advantage, a chance to push. Violet on 99%. Beat response is not there. Doesn't give a beat in time to save Flora. Player advantage for MFC. They're doubling down, but they found one kill. Alfie and Finn have gone deep. They are all over him in the back. But Color Hex, he's doing a lot. They trade Finn, actually. Romani can still have a little bit of a swing around here. They will lose the first point. Just looking for a late kill onto Alfie, but Alfie can get to that health pack. And Bernard might actually, yeah, they've not all left yet, so Romani's going to die late too. First point for Zeta Division. Respawns coming through. Rampages will be up. Overclocks will be up. And a Blade versus Blizzard. And you can use the Blizzard kind of defensively into all of this. Now the Blade comes out. Suzu has been forced. TP as well. Frogger gets his head taken off by Flora. Alfie catches 2 with the Blade here. Oh, the Blizzard comes out. But what are we freezing? It's frozen. Violet is frozen. Alfie. But they get him out of it. The Blizzard doesn't find its value. Does Color Hex have another hero up his sleeve? Or would he keep playing the Mei? He's gonna mirror Alfie. Color Hex. Not scared of a mirror himself. And now it's going to be Overclock versus Overclock, Rampage versus Rampage. Suzu's going to be super important in this for both. But Niang with the opening pick. Violet goes down. They've won the side battle and now MFC can walk forward. They have to be careful of a Rampage turn. But now they can start forcing the objective. Zeta Division might be forced to play slow. Alfie's going to get caught as well. Pick after pick for MFC right now. Niang, good for it again. Overclock gets him the space. And they get the retake. Now Flora is swinging back. Has an Overclock of his own. Damage on the choke phone. 1 HP. Frogger going to go down this time. Violet wins this for better of that one. Rampage comes through. Only a 2-person Rampage. They're trying to survive it, but Violet, he dies again. Kitsune rush from Finn. Not enough. Not enough to save Romani and all of that. They didn't have any more support ults, and Flora will get the cleanup with the overclock again. Just good for it. Color Hex seems to be deep behind enemy lines here. Playing for his trade, but Finn has TP. Alfie with the deflect. Flora with the execute. Zeta Division back in control of a point. They have the Rampage still as well. They're trying to clear out the inside right now. Aggressive push. Rampage comes through from Bernal. They were trying to use bait. Violet dies again. Frogger is traded back, and the Rampage will get its job done here. All the kills for Bernal. And they do send him back to spawn, and this will be a no-touch situation. Violet is he's actually just dead every fight. Niang catches Alfie in the corner. The point does go through Zeta Division's way. Violet still has beat advantage despite his misadventures. And it will be a beat blade situation coming up for both teams. Kitsune rush advantage for Aki though, so inferior chance to trade the support ults and has have that extra support ult to throw in here for Zeta Division. Oh, sorry, for MFC. Zeta Division relies a little bit on Finn here to catch up on that, but he can't catch up if Niang takes him down. Another opening pick. Violet comes through, aggressive beat through the choke. Frogger doesn't quite have it yet, but the Kitsune rush is trying to get its job done. Frogger has the beat if he needs it, but Mr. Discipline himself here. Frogger doesn't invest the ult when he doesn't need to, and MFC going to get themselves onto a point, and they don't need any ults. Niang is getting it all done. It cost him his life there, but the trades are good for MFC. They beat it during that as well. Okay, they'll beat and finish it off. It probably ends up being more expensive than it needed to be. Maybe he isn't Mr. Discipline himself. But MFC get the first cap here. Color Hex will shoot a few of the corpses. Now coming back in. Taylor 2 blades in this one. Romani with Rampage advantage as well. Overclock from Niang. He's been good for opening picks so many times. Just damage onto Banana right now. Kitsune rush comes out. Niang has put so much damage down. Finn is trying to push forward. Color Hex is low. Romani doesn't quite have the Rampage yet. Suzu is going to be used. Romani will fall. No chance to use the blade. They disengaged the Kitsune rush, but Flora kept going with the overclock. And there was no escape for MFC. But they do get 54% of a point before going down. Now they have Rampage and they have Blade coming back. And Zeta Division, they have nothing to answer with just yet. Alfie's found his chance to engage. Pressure on Niang, gets caught early by Flora. Color Hex will respond with the Blade, looking for it. Violet will get caught up by that one. Now just trying to cut through the Junker Queen. Cuts through the Junker Queen. Player advantage for MFC, a chance to walk forward. And the ult Zeta were closest to was for Rampage. They won't have anything to turn with them here. They can start forcing point immediately, MFC. Just need to be careful not to lose anyone's head. Full rail for Flora. Now the Junker Queen is back. Flora will be forced to slide backwards. MFC trying to play for the flip. Violet's going to try and get the touch. They don't get the touch in time, though, so MFC have control of the point. Zeta Division, they have for Rampage. But Aki nearly has this Kitsune rush. They're trying to buy time for that Kitsune rush. Suzu has been used. Aki is low. Rampage over the top. No Suzu, and both DPS are in big trouble. The Kitsune rush does come out, but Color Hex, he lives for now. Only for a second, though. 2-player advantage here. They're trying to clean this one up, but MFC, they have control of a point this entire time. Need to be careful not to die off point, die staggered. Frogger's gonna solo B! Romani doesn't get it, Frogger, no! Violet's gonna be back on the corpse. Violet gets it in the end. One desperate attempt at the touch, but they can't get it, and Zeta Division complete the 3-0. Discipline it's not been one of my best stage takes, Radio, if I'm honest with you. To be fair to him, I think he popped it as soon as he could there, Frogger, right? He just didn't have the beat. No face it stats for any of the Asia games, unfortunately. Yeah, let me cash for Preds and then we can take a little peep. Take a little peep at that last series of events. What was I doing? Who would be 3-0? Yes. Yes, there we go.
아, 또
Alright.
마지막에 알파이 선수 본인을 괴롭혔던 이 정크랙까지 픽을
Let's go back to live.
세레머니까지 좀 하는
Full screen.
생각이 있었습니다.
알파이 선수에게는 다시 이제 좀 보통의 장면.
Yeah, like he just doesn't like they try and buy time for this Kitsune rush, but they concede so much space. That Suzu's forced, Bernard comes in, hits this big rampage. Frogger desperate for the beat, desperate for the beat, desperate for the beat. Color Hex is going to go down before they get it. Aki scrapping for his life. Frogger coming in right now, 99%.
잠시 쉬었다가 돌아오겠습니다.
Pull here onto Aki. So he's going to get one shot while the beat is being cast. I don't know how it doesn't end up on Romani, honestly. Like, we're just the other side of him. Somehow we've managed to D-peak both at the same time. Doesn't get the beat. They'll take down Frogger. And Violet knows what's up. Violet knows what's up. A beat on the corpse. Finn joining in as well. And alright. One more map. Or potentially three. We'll wait and see what map it is and we'll do like maybe a full push or full hold again. Color Hex. What's he saying? Gonna have to get a disqualification going for unsportsmanship, for unsportsmanlike conduct from Violet. I mean, disrespectful, isn't he? They banned the Lucio. They banned the Lucio in map 1 because they're scared. And then Violet dies 85 times and Zeta Division win anyway. And then Violet celebrates with a beat on a corpse. What can you say? What can you say? Oh, is this a replay? Oh no. You're going nuclear next map? I'm looking forward to it. Reverse sweep time? Well, if anyone here prescribes to slingshot theory, well, as you know, a key part with slingshot theory is you have to pull back the slingshot first. If you don't pull back the slingshot, and you just had like the rock of a pebble at the start, you just let go, the rock goes nowhere. You need to pull it back first. So here we see MFC, they have pulled back the slingshot. This is as far as they can go due to the rules of the competition. But now it is time to slingshot themselves forward. Color Hex is ready to go. Ready to go. Nuclear. That's a direct quote. A Queen ban would be devastating right now. Well, it's the good news is it's MMC's map pick, right? So they can protect tank again. So they've still got control. So I don't know. I'd probably a similar ban, right? I guess the problem is if Zeta Division are happy to mirror on Junker Queen, you may be limited comp option wise. Where would you even go? Romani plays other tanks. Yeah, but the problem is he needs to play. Are there any other tanks he can play better than Bernard? Does Zeta even need to ban Junker Queen? No. I mean, I don't think Zeta are probably all that worried at this stage of how the series has gone. Obviously, one thing is true, is Zeta Division aren't aware that Color Hex is about to go nuclear. So, hope they have some shelters ready. Or they might be caught off guard. What modes are available? So it's Hybrid, Escort, and Push, all still available.
그러다 보니까 좀 타 지역과의 격차가 원래도 이제 한국이 조금 더 좀 우위에 있는 느낌이었는데 기존에는 그래도 준비해온 같은
I mean, you could always, I don't know, if you want to go really wacky, you just go like Gibraltar and ban Diva or something. Maybe that causes just as many problems for MFC as just as many problems from for MFC as it does Zeta Division.
그게 또 이제 뭔가 운영을 보여주는 이런 구도보다는
Hope Romani brings out the hog.
속에서의 그냥 선수들
Is that in his back pocket as well?
좀 돋보이는 느낌이고요.
Is Junkertown an option there? It's not in the map pool. Otherwise, it's probably a good shout, right, in terms of it. Maybe they could take it like a Widow direction. Let Color Hex play Widow, because we've seen Flora kind of back out of it for the most part.
또 이제 한국 지역에 또 강팀들이 워낙 많다 보니까 막 시드 결정전 플레이오프 하면서 이제 서로 막 폼 올라오고 이런 게 있잖아요.
네.
Bernard will fug it out.
네, 그러니까 뭐 맵에 따라서 파라를 안 쓰는 맵.
Oh yeah, you're right. They banned Diva already. Good shout. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
맵이 이러면은 제가 봤을 때
So probably just keep it on the ground, right? Just keep playing good Junker Queen maps and take it from there.
혹은 밀리 맵에 펠리칸 선수가 대부분 나오긴 하긴 하는데 MFC가 오늘 정커퀸 위주로
Frogger got to get his back. Do you think is you guys might know Frogger better than me? I only met him once a very long time ago. But is Frogger the sort of guy, you know how some players play better when they're wound up? Once they get that blood flowing in their veins, they unlock a new level. Does Frogger have that kind of? Would that be an apt description of Frogger? That when he's pushed into a corner, when he's on the ropes, that's when he's at his most scary.
그러면서 이제 아쉽게도 결승전 0대4가 됐는데 이번엔 다르다 일지. 근데 가장 어떻게 보면 제타를 괴롭힐 수 있는
Seeing mixed. Some people are saying 100% full confidence. Other people less confident. All right. Oh, I should do a. All right. Arissa ban from MFC. So, who's what we want to play Junker Queen? The Junkrat ban! He's done it! He's done it! Color Hex has done it! He's forced them into it! Zeta Division! Scared! And all of a sudden, that's the sort of small detail that can reverse the fortunes in a series. A morale boost for MFC. Zeta Division. They don't know what they've just done. They don't know what they've just done here. They have given an unbelievably large morale boost over to the side of MFC. And now, all of a sudden, we've seen Zeta Division in the past mess up bans in match point situations. And they might have just done the same thing here.
자, MFC에게 가능성이 열릴 수 있을지 양 팀의 세 번째 세트 이스페란자로 떠나보겠습니다.
Now, the slingshot at full tension. Morale boost for MFC. The pendulum has begun to swing. Every map so far we've seen opening picks for MFC. Starting here on Esperanza. Predictions? Closed. It will be a Junker Queen mirror, but are they ready for the late Widowmaker swing? He's not showing initially. First grapple shot, are they ready? Violet in the open, cops a body shot. And this is normally quite a long, slow first fight here, and Color Hex is good for it! Violet's trying to double down, he's going for him. Color Hex needs all the help in the world. Violet gets it, but they lose 2 players on the way in. The trades are good for MFC. They stabilize around the robot. And they will start gaining meters. He said he was going to go nuclear. And the first signs are there. Niang swinging over towards point as well. Violet will cop a bit of damage there. They're still moving it forward. They go, they swing, they flip. Bernard's going to take a lot of damage as both teams sort of pirouette around each other, flip the sides of the map. Loads of damage for Niang, and he finishes off the Queen. All of a sudden, Zeta Division, they have to backstep. Need to be careful for no trades. Color Hex is back on the Widow. He's got line of sight. Dash in from Pelican. Oh my god, dash in from Pelican ends in 2. And just as it starts to go their way, Pelican responds. Boost for stream. Don't buffer now. Oh my. And they're just lining up for Pelican at this point. Pelican is coming as the closer. And that early advantage is taken away from MFC. Coming back. Often a lot easier to get value out of a Widow when you have space on the map, not when you're having to retake it here. So Color Hex might have to get a little bit creative. Might have to find an unexpected angle. Violet playing aggressively with Pelican here. They might just run into Color Hex here. Color Hex is going to start taking damage. He needs a lot of help. Violet and Pelican have snuffed out the threat. They know who the key man is. Kitsune rush out in response from Aki. They've got a bit of space here, but no kills on this Kitsune rush just yet. And now Romani is being forced backwards. Pelican dives in with this Violet beat. They're going for more. They overwhelm the Junker Queen. Now marking the Sojin. Niang with a slide. Pelican will back off, and Finn will come and finish the job. And that should be checkpoint for Zeta Division. Keep boosting Color Hex. He can get it going. Grapple into spawn. Violet is very hits for shots! Violet was trying to hunt him down. But Color Hex is wise to the games. Not this time, Violet. And that'll be Color Hex has obviously got the quicker spawn here as well. So Zeta Division might just have to slow it down without their Lucio. Frogger also getting a little bit frisky at the front right now. Kitsune Rush comes around the corner. Doesn't find anything though. Frogger's beat will hold him back along with this overclock in Niang. He swings with the overclock, a quick 2. There's no more backline. Violet back just in time to die again. It's a blade swing from Pelican, but they've still been traded. Color Hex found one as Flora came round the corner. Color Hex will die. Frogger is low. And Zeta Division, they win the scrap, but they've lost the payload a little bit. Aki here is just going to take the duel with Pelican. He's stealing the robot. Pelican can't stop him. Wait, Aki's got him on the ropes. Pelican's 5 HP. Pelican has to call the boys in for this one. And Zeta Division. Oh, bad time to swing, Flora. Who's the captain now? Another respawn, another pick for Color Hex. Violet is trying to make his way in, as is the Queen. Benares dropped for Rampage, but Color Hex has found one on Violet again. Now the dash in. They can finish it off eventually, but Color Hex is a mighty big thorn in the side. Frogger wants to fight this Junker Queen. Don't do it, Frogger! Why would you fight him there? And now the meters are still being gained by Zeta Division. Coming back out, Color Hex has walls, knife in onto Pelican. Spot a bother for him, has to dash back to his team. Romani's looking for the follow-up here. There we go! Frogger is going to meet Violet in the air. And Aki will finish the damage. Now Color Hex can swing on his left-hand side. No Lucio to mark him, but has to keep eyes on this Genji. You see Finn, D-peek behind the bus stop. Pelican's going to have a look. Still has the deflect right now. Wants to force the deflect. Little bit of a body shot as well. Pelican's in trouble. Color Hex's pocket. Pelican's maybe gone too deep. Frogger's on the hunt. Flora will die. Kitsune Rush finds value in main. And Romani will finish off Pelican as well. And MFC, they're not out of this one yet. Now moving on to back to the middle of the map. Violet has beat advantage. Frogger is not far behind. Color Hex has a chance to set up. And Violet, he's on the rooftops. He's lining it up. Trying to get a spam angle. Here with Pelican beneath him. Looking for an opportunity. He's marking this one. He's got the boop onto Valkyrie. He's going for it. He's booped him in. Forced Aki to TP out. Now Violet is looking for more. He's all over this Kiriko. He's deleted it. Flora's found a pick in main as well. And Violet has just taken over. King of the rooftop. Frogger's good for his one. Wait, Pelican's gonna blade him! He's gonna blade Frogger! Just the threat of Frogger, Zeta Division have identified who the key player is on MFC, and they are taking no chances. No chances at a Frogger turnaround there, and they will blade to finish that one. Color Hex with a good sightline here as well. Eyes on Finn. Violet is on the prowl again. Beat in hand. Beat in. He's booped up into the air. He still lands it. Frogger can't get the Ajax he was hoping for. But Violet will die after beat anyway. Frogger's going to drop the beat back as well. But I don't think Color Hex caught it. So he's going to go down. But Kitsune Rush is getting the job done for Zeta Division on point. And Romani is being kept at arm's length here. They're going to let him live on 11 HP. He's going to shout back in. Pelican will finally put him out of his misery. And now they are pushing for the full cap here, Zeta Division. Finn is in the spawn, left-hand side, looking for it. Niang doesn't know, but Color Hex has found a pick! Niang has popped the overclock anyway. And what is Finn's plan here? He's in the corner, he's going to try and ambush for Widow. There we go, you can't ambush Color Hex though, he's going nuclear. And now Benar is stuck on point by himself. He wants to rampage 1v5. Benar has a vision. Oh, but it was not a true vision. And MFC once again will be pushing out a spawn. Rampage Kitsune Rush advantage for MFC. And as always, the Widow factor. Kitsune rush on for high ground here to clear them out. Flora has full rail, but he has to slide backwards. Bernard's made the swap onto Zarya right now. Flora is getting threatened from these different angles. Violet has got behind, got on that Widow again. Violet and Pelican are just playing their own two-player adventure game here. On the flank, permanently looking for kills. Aki in a spot of bother right now, has to TP away. Violet's lost him for a second. Trying to catch him now, but he's found him now, Violet, and Frogger is on the hunt. Frogger responds. Rampage onto the high ground, does catch Pelican. And now, low, Romani's going to win the duel on point with the Zarya. And they're not out of it yet. Flora is looking, the knife is good. Suzu is there, the Suzu denies the knife, and Flora can get the kill. Aki is still in battling away, Suzu of his own. But Zeta Vision will snuff that one out. Color Hex has popped the walls, so Flora is going to be careful. Body shot onto Pelican. Color Hex once more, body shot onto Flora. Grapple has been used. Flora's going to push this one. Violet with the boot behind. Where did he come from? Frogger is trying to mark him. It's a Lucio 1v1 in the skies. Frogger is on the run. Violet is on the hunt. Pelican has solo bladed Frogger, but he's gotten away. Not this time, Pelican. Romani's going to catch Frogger on the other side. Violet still wants this one-on-one, but Romani's taking over on the ground. Violet is still caught up, fighting it. Frogger is low HP. Let's get some eyes on the Lucio. Violet's going to try and go through. He doesn't get him. Pelican has dealt with the threat behind. He's going to get another one and get a bubble out as well. It's MFC. They just can't find any clean fights at the moment. Frogger nearly has beat. Flora has the overclock. Romani is on point, trying to fight this Zarya. They're trying to bully him back right now. Flora is coming back as fast as he can. Double thrusters in tow. Overclock ready to go. Peek onto the high ground for Maki, taking the jewels. We'll get booped in, we'll get forced out. 11% away from beat right now as Frogger. Getting ever closer. Color Hex with the opening pick. They're trying to mark it out. Violet shuts down the Yank. Both DPS have fallen for MFC, but they've nearly got it. Frogger, though, is stuck in a right old pickle with this beat. Separated from his team a little bit. But he gets out alive, and they just can't deal with Frogger right now. The skies. Beat push coming in. It's a three-person beat. Bubble out onto Flora. Violet will match the beat right now. They're trying to kill Flora through this over health. Violet's going to dive in as well. Finn's there, climbs over the knife. Will force it out, but 180 Rampage, but Bernard has a bubble right now. He's still trying to live. Both tanks will survive for now. Bernard has full energy, really close to that. The knife is going to hit the slash on the choke. Romani gets one and gets out. And Bernard is just left with nobody to grab. He's low HP. Slash will come through. The bubble is still up. Romani will get the kill. Bernard ends up killing himself for self-damage. Hell of an exchange, and Color Hex is going to deal with Pelican behind. 20 seconds and a dream left right now. Flora has gone the emergency bastion. Overclock from Niang, catches Violet early. Peeking this Bastion, Bastion will die. Swing in, 3 kills for Niang, he'll trade himself for it. But they're going to get checkpoint off of this, and Bernard will get cleaned up. They have the Grav coming back. The Zeta Division, we're in a scary overtime. Frogger, why have we gone to spawn now, Frogger? Aki's gonna have no time to get out. Where is my backline? My backline is in spawn. The blade comes through to finish the job. Bernard still has the Grav available. They find a trade though. Niang gets that one coming back. Romani has to keep this point contested. Niang drops the point. He's got a second one. But Romani will get cleaned up in Zeta Division. They will finish the job. Why, oh why was my backline in spawn? There we go. Zeta Division win the series. But the real winners are the viewers. Not a full cap either as well. Choose outcome, no. Lost everything. I mean, you underestimated Color Hex, you underestimated Frogger. And Color Hex, of course. He got his Junkrat banned, didn't he? He got Zeta Division on the ropes. And they thought they'd neutralize Color Hex with that, but they weren't ready for the Widow. They actually banned the Junkrat? Unreal. You had him running scared, Color Hex. You had him on the absolute ropes.
좀 피어난 플로라.
Widow was going off as well. They caught your grapple in spawn. Like the one on Violet, the grapple in spawn. They caught that one on stream.
오아시스는 베르나를
Pick after pick.
됐어요.
그렇죠.
베르나르 아니었으면 그거 유지 안 되면서 오히려 여기서 질 수도 있겠다는 생각이 드는 장면이 많았는데 2세트 뉴저크 시티 와서부터 그냥 플로라가 이래도 안 줘? 이래도 안 줘? 이런 느낌으로 계속 싸가지고
Niang rating and Flora. I mean, Niang was actually going off, right? Like how many opening picks did he get?
일단 말씀하신 대로 뉴저크 시티 여기도 에이스 좋았고
맞아요.
오버클럭 쓰면 무조건 이겼어 이제 여기서도 딱
정말 손에 잘 듭니다.
스트레스에 딱 살짝
So does MFC. So it's a group stage. So they have more group stage games to play as we get these Flora highlights. This is the tasty one actually. With Tufa.
적중률도 좋았는데 그게 거의 반통으로 들어가서
네.
고생 많이 했거든요.
그리고 이 오버클럭 타이밍.
No, that was the last match for today. We'll get 3 more games on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
눈만 마주치면은 플로라에 의해서 좀 쓰러져 나가는 MFC 선수들이었습니다.
예측 부면사에서 너무
So basically, where we are right now, we can see how the group stage breaks down.
자 이렇게 이번 경기
Zeta and Falcons at the top.
받게 됐습니다. 자 인터뷰 준비되어 있다고 하는데요.
We'll get a very similar day tomorrow where we see the 2 Japanese teams play 2 of the Korean teams, and then we get 99 Divine take on Crazy Raccoon.
오늘 경기 좀 치르신 소감이 어떻습니까?
We're gonna get the floor interview. I thought he was laying down on his bed for a second. I thought, why is he so close to the green screen? I thought he was just lying down.
이동하는 시간도 안 들고
네.
좋긴 했지만 그래도 팬분들이 없어서 허전하긴 하네요.
일단 이거부터 여쭤보고 싶어요. 상대가 정말
What? His backdrop is so close to him. Have they got him in a cupboard?
눈으로 확인을 했을 때 팀내에서 어떤 생각이 좀 오고 갔나요?
일단 처음 오아시스 정원 맵에서
네.
상대가 정크렛을 들고 오더라고요.
예.
Yeah, it looks like.
전혀 예상하지 못했는데
Is this like the outline of a chair, or is that just his own shadow? Is he sitting down on a?
오야 정크렛인데? 하고
What am I looking at?
했던 것 같은데
I can't solve it.
네, 다행입니다.
Is the green screen on the chair?
선수가 많이 있었는데.
Has he's got it attached to him like some kind of peacock?
준이가 이제 잘 기억은 안 나는데 나만 쏴 이런
그리고 이제 또 이스페란사에서 이제 정크랩 벨이 나왔.
Is it between him and the chair? That's what it looks like. But why would that be? Why would that be the case?
이유가 있어요.
준비해온 것 같아서 쓰지 말라고 괜한 겁니다.
그렇군요. 이제 이거는 안 여쭤볼 수
Why not?
없는데,
I mean,
이 오늘 앞선 팀 팔콘의 경기
forcing some good posture. Ah, classic trick.
올라가 있던 거는 제타 디비전인데 이 크레이지 라콘과 팀 팔콘이 서로만 좀
The Junkrat was unexpected. It looked that way, didn't it?
근데 뭐라 해야 될까? 저희는 그냥 저희의 길을 걸어가면 될 것 같습니다.
Maybe he's sitting on a stool. He could. If he's just sitting on a stool, why is he so close to the backdrop? They got no room for him.
그럼 제타 디비전 입장에서 아무래도 이제 아시아를 하게 되면 이제 같은 조에 팔콘도 있고 플레이오프 가게 되면 추후에 라쿤도 만날 수 있는.
Is the Uncoached episode today? Yeah, release on Patreon today, and then YouTube and Spotify tomorrow. So I'll get that uploaded after the stream. So in a little bit, so probably expect it within like the next hour and a half, I'd say.
결승에서 졌으니까 그냥 복수하고 싶다.
그럼 이제 그런 라쿤에게
Who plays MFC next? I think MFC next play on Saturday, if I remember right.
팔콘 신경 쓰실 때가 아니고 저희
Be tuned in for a sec. Where we're looking. Yeah, against Varro on Saturday, so that's a big one. That one could go either way.
날이 없는 것 같거든요. 그야말로 요즘 정말 어떤 최고조에 도달한.
Who's the guest? It's Smash.
이런 폼 상승 비결에는 좀 어떤 부분이 있는지 여쭤봐도 괜찮을까요?
Does Chris explain the ultimate situation? Yeah. I think we get a little bit of a peek behind the corner in terms of what's been going wrong for them. Some of the, I guess, like less publicized difficulties they've gone through, and what they're thinking for next week. Patreon is like a subscription platform, so it's for those people who support us directly. They get early access to it, and then everyone else will get it Friday. Is he wearing a backpack green screen? Yeah, it's a classic peacock situation, Astro.
또뭐 코리아 그 아시아 무엇보다 또 항저우 국제전에 좀 처음 진출할 수 있는 그런 시드권을 받는 것도 또 중요한데 이런 또 각오 한마디 좀 들어볼 수 있을까요?
This is going to be the Zeta in-game skin is going to be a Flora Peacock skin. So if you wanted to play Sojin as a peacock, that option will be coming to you very soon.
마무리하기 전에 또 이제 많은 팬분들 제타 디비전 응원해 주시면서 이렇게 채팅창에서 함께 해 주셨거든요. 응원해 주신 팬분들께 좀 한마디 들어보면서 인터뷰 마무리해 보겠습니다.
네. 일단 뭐
Is it him attempting to attract a mate? Yeah, I believe the main reason a peacock will show its feathers are either to, one, attract a mate, or two, to intimidate something it's scared of if it feels it's in danger. So obviously when Flora loaded into the server and he looked across the server and he saw a Frogger in it, all of a sudden, whoop, he's full peacocking, you know? It's basic biology.
약간 것 같죠. 네, 아니, 저는 이제 그 펠리칸 선수였나요? 방송할 때 봤던 것 같은데 모두가 하나씩 있는 건지 아니면 하나를 돌렸으면.
How much ping was Frogger on? Probably quite a bit, right? I don't know what server they played on, but I imagine it was much worse for the Australians and the New Zealand players than it was for the Korean players.
세 번째 경기 제타 디비전이 MFC를 상대로 3대 0의 승리를 가져갔습니다.
네. 이변은 없었습니다. 네, 다시 한번 한국 팀들이 좀 일방적인 경기를
Almost 200? Fuck, yeah. I mean, I imagine most of the Australians have like, what do you call it? What's that program called, which is like a VPN just for your game or something? Exit lag? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Thank you, Smugglers. Singapore, Malaysia. Yeah, I mean, I guess someone was saying earlier, I think maybe it was Gigalaw, was saying that they use a different server depending on what the matchup is, you know? So if it's two Korean teams, they'll obviously play on the Korea servers, if it's two Japanese teams, etc., etc. But there's like, they'll try and find the best middle ground for the two teams that are playing. Alright, so we've seen everyone from Group B play, not everyone from A. We'll get another 3 games tomorrow. Zeta Division versus Varel, Way versus Vortex Wolf, 99 Divine versus Crazy Raccoon. So, you know, we'll see how it goes. Another chance for the Japanese teams to prove themselves against a Korean team. Very tricky, very, very tricky. Maybe Way are the most reachable on paper, right? Right? Are Way the most reachable on paper? I guess so. But, hard. Hard to say the least, right? How many times did Violet die? Plenty. He was, he only had eyes for the flank. Him and Pelican on their own little, just their own little date, really. Walking around the back streets of Esperanza, trying to run into a Widow. Regretting running into a Widow a few times. I don't have any of the stats for the maps, unfortunately. We only have them for the EMEA and NA games. Alright. And are we done by midday? Are we done by midday? Nice quick stream, huh? Alright, well this is good news if you're a Patreon supporter of Uncoachable, because this means you might be getting the episode a little bit quicker. Alright. Yeah. I think we should just do a nice little one and done. Obviously, there's still a big weekend of Overwatch, Overwatch to come. We've got the playoffs in EMEA in North America on Saturday and Sunday. We've got more Asia playoffs on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday as well. Uncoachable is coming out on Patreon probably in the next hour or so, and it'll be out on YouTube and Spotify after tomorrow's stream. So stay tuned for that. We catch up on all of the action we missed out on, because it's been a couple of weeks since we last recorded. So we go through the Chrissy Cope section of it all, replay of shot of the game. Woo! We'll recap all of that action. So if you want access to that, go over to our Patreon right now, !UNC, to get a link to that. somewhat uncoachable and above supporters get it. Otherwise, you can also buy the episode as a one-off, right? If you just like $5 if you just want to buy that one episode in particular, if you want something to watch today. So plenty of options for that. I'll get it uploaded for you guys. Whew. That was one of the scary rage exits. And yeah, I guess I'll just see you guys for more action over the next couple of days. We'll be back same time tomorrow morning for more of this. And we'll be live all weekend. So hope everyone has a good rest of their day. Enjoy it. If you're in the UK and you're lucky like me, maybe it's blue skies outside. So go enjoy some of that. If you want any of the replays, !replays. There's a spreadsheet where they upload all the replays to. You can find everything on there. It might take them like a little bit after the games to upload them or to add them to the sheet, but they'll be up there if you want them. You got a cyclone on the way. Should be good vote. Okay, don't go for a walk outside then. Full disclaimer: only if it's bright and sunny, go for a walk. Don't go walking in any cyclones. All right, everyone. Thank you for watching with me. Nice little fun way to end that one. I'll see you all tomorrow, same time. Stay tuned for Uncoachable Action.